Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rift's Gunmetal Soul, our campaign in which our adventurers are exploring the ruins of a post-apocalyptic Philadelphia and have entered University City, an area controlled by a group called the Lab Brats, and have stumbled into some kind of weird game show type thing that they absolutely hate. So let's go around and give our log lines, our taglines, whatever the words are. You know what I mean. So, if we're all in the same place as normal, we're gonna go ahead and start with an ad. Nope. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and start with Cecile as I open up the chat.
Hi everybody, I'm Dara. I'll be Cecile this evening, our little sneaky French-Canadian raccoon friend.
All right, and up next is Adelaide.
Hi, my name's Fox. I'll be playing Adelaide. She's a cyber knight. It's like a paladin with a brain sword, and I think I need an adult.
Nope. Okay, and up next is Rainier.
Hi everybody, I'm Riley. I'm playing Rainier, the Fey Psy Warrior. My brain shut off because you keep talking about the Psy sword, and then I go, wait, what?
You have claws.
And I am not that adult.
All right.
I am.
So our group. Did you take driving? One of you has driving. Thank God.
Yes, this raccoon can drive.
I specifically didn't take driving because she did.
Yep.
To back us into this corner.
Fortunately, you do have a kind of driver in that the person who rolls with you literally rolls and has a bus. Anyway,
This bird can drive.
Yes, Kari, your bird lady friend. There's so many different ways to make those words in that order make sense, but I'm not going to do any of them. Has brought you to Philadelphia seeking the Franklin Key, an object that she was told that she would be part of discovering in Philadelphia. You've come to Philadelphia, you found something called the Franklin Network, which was a series of terminals that seem to be incredibly high-end computers, even for the end of the pre-apocalypse, that are potentially interconnected but dispersed and not connected to outside systems. You are attempting to gain all the keys to reactivate that network. Now, while doing so, you discovered that a group of mechanoids, which are normally alien beings that kill bipeds on principle, you have found a group of aberrant mechanoids that really don't want to be killing people. And you're not sure how you will proceed with it. But you have come to University City, you have gone up towards the direct...
Oh, what happened? Hold. I don't know what happened. The call dropped.
See, Riley's
I have
still...
no idea what the fuck just happened. I'm so sorry.
You disappeared from us. That's what happened.
I know.
Hi.
I went to
I'm
open
scared.
Discord, so I had the chat open in case you said something, and Discord just went, nope, and just closed everything.
Aww.
Oh, and now...
Oh, we're all
There we go. Got it.
pocketed over here.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
fun.
Continue. Okay.
This is all you get.
Fun editing that out. I'm so
No.
sorry.
It snapped back real easy.
all
No,
good.
it's all good. It was like, come on, get on with it. So, when we left off, a voice came over the speakers that are connected to some of the various light posts and buildings around that welcomed you to the big game show. And your contestants were She's Sunder, contestant number 2, You Can't, and contestant number 3, Cyber Knight. Now, you said some things, and then you discovered that there was another voice coming through the speakers asking for help. So, as you find yourself in front of a bunch of... You're on a street with a number of blown out buildings near you. 3 of them on the street suddenly light up There's one to the east, one to the west, and one to the north. And a voice comes over the speaker and it says, "In one of these 3 buildings, you'll find your first prize, someone to talk to. Now, which of the 3 will it be? If you pick the wrong one of the others will explode." Time starts now.
Did they say explode? It's... What? What do we do? Tira's just like panicked, like looking around, just like, the man said the word explode, and she's just like, expose the building?
And
So the
whoever's
person is
inside of it, which I
Fuck.
don't love the idea of, but we also don't know if they're lying or if there's actually anybody inside, or
Mm,
and since I don't suspect that it would be wise for the 3 of us to split up right now, I recommend we keep our forces together. Pick one very quickly.
I'm gonna see what I can tell from here. Are there windows to the buildings, or are they just solid?
There are windows remaining on all the buildings. The buildings that still remain look like they haven't been exploded ever.
Okay.
That they survived the initial apocalypse. And though the glass in them has been replaced,
Mhm.
And they're the only 3 buildings with like glass windows on all the floors. So go ahead and give me a notice check. Which building would you like to do a notice on first? Because you can't look in 3 directions at once.
I'll check the east building.
Just visually, this is very quick. This won't take like more than 10 seconds.
I wanted to take out my heat scope from my
Okay.
rifle.
Did I ask if you had one of those?
All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay, notice.
It's times like this, I wish I was a much, much better psychic.
You got a 9, which is good.
Woo!
That's a hit with a raise. So, you said the east building.
Yes, correct. My cat's back here.
So the east building seems to have power running to it. You can see, doesn't seem to have a lot of heat, like, coming off of it. There does seem to be one room that's glowing slightly, and in the center of that room is some kind of dead spot.
A dead spot. Is a dead spot
There,
have
like a
shape?
spot that is incredibly cold in the middle of a, with a lot of heat kind of directly behind it. And that is on the first floor of that building.
Okay, and I didn't pick up any people shape signatures through the windows or anything, right?
Not on that building. Actually, you do, when you turn off the scope, you do see a couple of silhouettes in the window that did not register as heat signatures, and they don't seem to be moving. Almost as if someone might have put mannequins or decoys in
I was
there.
going to say. Ah, shit, they're not going to make this easy. I don't think anybody living is in that building, but they definitely have some kind of, pretend people in the windows, like cardboard cutouts.
Then maybe we rule out east.
Does
For
anyone
now.
have premonition?
No.
Or any, like, psychic seeing powers?
I have
Oh.
divination.
You have divination. Read.
Yeah. I wanted
You
to
do?
let Cecile with her much better chance for go first.
Let's go ahead, and if you want to use your divination, that sounds like a good idea right now. You're about 20 seconds in.
I retract what I said.
20
I did
seconds
not
in,
wish I was
how
a-
long do we have?
1 minute, I believe I said.
Okay.
You know what? I might not have said any amount of time.
You didn't
I
say
did
any
not-
amount of time.
You were not told
You
an
said-
amount of time. That's right. I
You said
intentionally did not
choose
say.
quickly.
Yeah. Or your
Um,
time starts now.
I will say real quick while they're reading that ability, this isn't me like trying to act or do anything,
Yeah.
but in a very like quickly glancing at all 3 buildings, is there anything about those buildings that seems obvious about them in the sense of like that you would notice just by quickly glancing at them?
All 3 have stores in the on the first floor that seem to be like refreshed the storefront.
Okay.
One of which, the one on the east, has a shoemaker's deli.
Okay.
The one on the west is a I was did they at one point have a it is a Nike store? And the one to the north is it is called Greenleaf Wellness Clinic. And there is some very clear pot signage in that window.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Okay. Then I will just kind of get out like a piece of chalk and draw a circle and then pull a little package that Cecile will recognize and probably be very upset that she had no idea was in their pocket, and just pull out a very stale white powdered donut and put it on the ground, and then put their fingers in their mouth and whistle, but the whistle does not come out as anything audible.
Even Cecile, at first you brace because you have sensitive hearing. You brace for a high pitched whistle, but you don't hear anything. So, what does your power do?
Besides attract rats or ants.
This is how you get
I can
ants
attract
to do your bidding.
attract anything that's like is part of this environment. It must be done at a site relevant to the spirit being contacted, but I already know there's small fae in this area.
Yeah, there's fae in the city.
Yeah, oracles, the only gauge temples, fire spirits, and open flames, and so on. I'm using very stale, sugary sweets to summon a small fae. And if they come to me, type any determines how it communicates. And it says use 5 minutes, maybe? What it says for duration. I'm assuming like 3 questions or something.
It says 5.
It says 5 minutes, maybe?
Okay.
So I was assuming a few questions. I didn't think it was gonna be a long time.
What else is listed in the power? I should have opened it myself.
Okay, preparing the spell takes 1 interrupted minute. Must be done at the site relevant to the spirit. After preparation time is complete, the caster makes arcane skill roll. Success allows them to engage with the spirit and ask any questions they may have. Entity must answer to the best of its ability, as directly or ambiguously as the game master fits the spirit's personality.
Oh god.
And the feel of the campaign. Arrays means the spirit is more helpful, knowledgeable, or direct than usual, whether it wants to be or not. The type of entity determines how it communicates. They only know about the area that they're in. And whatever they're related to. It's just stuff about demons and nature spirits and stuff.
Yours will be some kind of fae.
Yeah.
It's if you don't have it open, it's page 159 of the
Thank you.
of Suede.
Yeah, and then once it has been conversed with, it may not be contacted again for 24 hours. And you may extend that if you wish.
All right, go ahead and roll your psychic check.
So do
5
I just
power
hit
points.
cast on that, or do I have to hit something else?
Yeah, hit cast.
Okay.
See what that does.
Oh,
There's 7.
wow.
Oh,
8.
hit with a raise.
Hey!
Hooray.
Good job.
Okay, good.
Last time I rolled like a 2, so I'll take it.
There is the faintest of tiny rumbling as climbing up in the middle of the hole, a little mound of dirt opens up. And under it, you see at first a little construction hat. And then, calm down everyone. A little green head pops up out of the hole. The construction hat comes down to about the nose level on the little creature. It is wearing a little orange vest It is a doozer.
It's a dozer. Yeah.
It's a little dozer from Fraggle Rock,
Uh-huh.
and it comes up and just puts its arms around the donuts and goes, and just kind of like,
I'm offering that 10 minutes as an incentive.
union rules say you got 5 minutes.
Well, you're in luck. All I need to know is if there's somebody alive. I guess I'll probably have to ask about one building specific.
You can ask whatever you want.
Okay. Is there anyone living in that building? And I'll point to the west.
Yeah. Hold on. So I've dispatched a man. It will be back in about 10 seconds.
Do you know who's behind this loudspeaker thing? They have a really terrible sense of humor.
It
And I
looks like
think
a
I need to-
wall is behind the loudspeaker.
Do you know who would be speaking into it? Whose voice is coming out of it?
I do not.
Just kind of like, does that like upside down head thing that like pets do to their owners to Adelaide, and it's just like, is there anything else you want to know?
No, we don't have time for this, really, honestly.
Well, they're checking to see if anyone's alive in the west building right now.
Okay. A safety manager has said that the west building is clear of humans and other sentient creatures. However, there are a number of magical constructs there who seem eager to hurt.
North it is, then.
And it's like, I think we're good here.
Well, I'm still here for 5 minutes as per union rules, but after that I'm on my 15 century break.
Amazing. Great. Like, oh, you might want to take that underground, because we're probably going to make a mess here.
I'll be here.
Like, or you don't want to know anything else?
So do you want to go right to bed or do you want 10
I
minutes?
just helmet on and I'm moving north.
Well, enjoy that, and then just follows Adelaide.
You see him as he goes, alright, starts to pull out the tiniest like jackhammer and start to climb on top of it.
The jackhammer the donut, I love it.
Alright, as you run off towards the front store, you see the Greenleaf Wellness Clinic has what look to be some kind of mannequins in the window, and a large medicinal pot leaf symbol on it. On the front window. In the upper stories, you see some of the curtains moving slightly. And as you approach the building, you hear an explosion. As the west building crumbles.
Undeterred and unhindered.
If this was right.
There is a door. There is an open sign on that door.
Yeah, I mean, I ripped that door open and rush in.
Give me, how spectacular does it look when you crash through this door? Go ahead and give me an athletics.
Oh,
This door is somewhat reinforced.
no, perhaps a bit too flavorful in my description there. By rip open, I just mean like when you open a door, just like pull it open very quickly. Like I'm not trying to like crash through the door dramatically. Because
Go ahead and give me that athletics anyway.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I'm fine with that. No
Yeah.
problem.
Alright,
2 and a 1.
2 to 1.
Not great.
Oh dear.
Alright, you pull on it, and the doors start, and it's one of those doors with like a hydraulic door when it gets old and starts to stick?
Very.
Like you pull on it and you feel it, and it starts to slowly open.
Does the storefront have a glass front to it at all by any
It
chance?
does. It has a
Windows?
big glass window with curtains behind
Going
it.
through that.
Through those windows, you see a bunch of chairs and a doctor's area reception desk. So go ahead and crash through that window. Give me another athletics. That is a 4. That is a good enough. You come through elbow first. Actually, maybe even blade first, crashing the window, exploding
Shield
glass.
up. Just
Yeah. Oh, shield first. Yeah.
I put up the shield. And it's just like, don't have time for this. Crash through the window.
As you come barreling through the window, you land and tumble and stand up immediately. You see a open doctor's office area with some kind of like person-looking thing. It's not alive. You can tell just by looking at it. It seems a little automated. And it goes, "Welcome to the Greenleaf Wellness Clinic. Do you have an appointment?"
Shouting to the rest of the building. Is there anyone in here? Is anyone alive?
Can I help you?
Oh, okay. Adair, it sounded like you were pondering something there.
Yeah, I think there's a second story to this.
There's about 4 stories to this building.
4. Okay. Are there any kind of like fire escapes or anything like that?
You haven't checked around back to the west side of the building. There is, but you
Okay.
haven't checked the back of the building unless you specifically move away from the rest of the group.
I think since Adelaide's already in, at that point, Cecile's probably gonna think that like trying to do almost like a pincer maneuver to get into the building would probably be best for like covering and like seeing what's around. So she'll probably go around the back to try to find a quick way up to the second floor.
All right, give me an acrobatics check, or an not acrobatics, athletics check to pretty much vault up the remains of a fire escape that is not seen anyone put any weight on it in over a century. All right, you got a 9. So I'll take that 9. So with the 9, you kind of bounce off the building that's kind of close by next to it, and end up on the second story where you come across a set of double windows looking into some kind of doctor's office, where you see in what looks to be like the doctor's head thing, like the old style big circular mirror looking doctor's headband, and a doctor's coat that says Dr. Feelgood stitched, like embroidered into it, and a pot leaf on the other side. Holding a clipboard and a bloody dagger is a goblin.
Oh! Great!
Yeah. Down on the first floor, how are you handling reception?
What do I say to this fucking thing? Well, I guess that's so this reception area, like, what does it look like? I mean,
It looks like it is a door. Oh, I'm sorry. If you came through the door, it would be a little waiting room with about 7 chairs, and then like the booth with a little hole in it, so that you could like pass documents through. And there is a door, kind of to the left of the reception area. That leads
Great.
further in.
I would like to go through that door.
All right. The door is in fact locked and barred. Are you going to make your way, force your way through?
I guess it's the chick as soon as I try the door. It's stop and look at this thing.
Goes, "I'll have to call security if you attempt to force your way through."
You're gonna have a lot bigger problem than security can handle right now if you don't tell me what the hell's going on. Are you keeping someone here? What do you want from us?
An appointment?
Yes.
All right. Are you here to see Dr. Feelgood, Dr. Wellness, or Dr. Sprawling?
I'm sorry, Doctor. You say Doctor Sprawling, as in like my cat was sprawled out on the windowsill. Sprawling?
Yes.
That was out of character. Apologies. Just my hearing's just not very good. Adelaide's fantastic. Mine. The first one.
Dr. Feelgood. Go to waiting room 3, or go to appointment room 3. Bzzz, and the door swings open. a little less quickly than you'd like. But you make your way in, and it says, "We'll collect your copay at the end." As you go barreling through, you come through, and there is an elevator and a set of stairs, and it says, "Dr. Feelgood is on the second floor, Dr. Wellness is on the third floor, and Dr. Sprawling is on the fourth floor." There's a set of fire stairs next to the elevators.
I mean, I'm headed for the second floor. I don't know about you, Rainier, but
Just following.
Yeah, I bet Renee's just right behind you.
With minor amusement.
All
I
right,
think
back
his name
back
is
outside.
actually Dr. Feelgood.
is the most intelligible thing you get.
Are they in here? Sorry, I just remembered a thing that I might want to use, but forgot to look up earlier. Back outside, you can see that a green light goes on in Dr. Feelgood's office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not in this book. All right. What else would you like to do, Cecile? That's not what I need.
Does the goblin kind of look like he's just waiting to ambush whoever comes through the door?
Absolutely.
Cool. Can I tell from where I am, like, what room this is or anything like that, or I just know it's the second floor?
You know it's the second floor. Yeah. It looks like some kind of old, like, basic doctor's office. There is one of those beds with a roll of paper. Though the
Mhm.
paper seems to be, like, weird and... You know how it used to be crunchy? It is no longer crunchy, and somehow that's more alarming.
Oh no. I hate that. I don't forget from last time that we were playing, are radios working right now or no?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't remember saying they aren't, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah, last time we tried them, they worked fine.
Then the two of you are just gonna hear, like, and you're gonna hear whatever, like, if there's any type of, like, wind or anything, you're gonna hear that, so you know she's still outside.
There it
Just
is.
like it's like, second floor is an ambush.
Okay, thank you. Sounds about right. What are we looking at?
It's a goblin. It's just like a doctor.
Dr. Feelgood?
I don't imagine that this is fucking job at this point. Is she starting to try to, like, climb up? She's like, I'm trying to go look into the third floor.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Give me another athletics to get up to the third floor.
If there's anything that she sees that she can use, like her extendo Nightwing staff to make this easier for her, she's gonna just
Yeah,
do
you
that.
pop your Nightwings, you pop your extendo staff and knock a ladder down from above.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. You know how those ladders, like, they drop down. You smack it at the bottom of it. You got a 15. All right, so on
It's better than a 4.
Yeah, a little bit.
on the third floor, you got high enough that you bounce off what look to be a series of traps, like snares and buzzers that have been wired onto that area of the fire escape. You
Mhm.
carefully place yourself in between them. The third floor seems the most heavily defended. You glimpse in the window, and you see what appears to be another one of these rooms, but someone is lying down on the bench. And there is another doctor in the room.
So I can see a person and then
You-
another doctor.
You also see a number of explosives wired into, like, the walls of this. You see an explosive charge in this room as well.
Okay, that's definitely getting reported immediately to the other two. She's just very careful, like, to not breathe too freaking much at this point, like, with how she's placed. She's like,
Yeah.
Sir Force, 2 people. Can't tell much. Bomb.
Are they alive?
She's like, so when he's standing, the doctor.
You'd have to give me a notice check to get more. The doctor is another gremlin, or goblin.
Okay. I will notice for the person 5.
All right, you got a 5. It is It is looks to be a human.
Okay.
You do see them moving slightly with breath.
Okay.
But they don't seem to be like they are asleep, from what you can tell.
Okay. Doctor Goblin, person is down, but they are breathing is a human. Might be who we're looking for? I don't know. But this is a wired room. Be careful.
Thank you. We will. You also be really careful up there. Third floor is probably going to look a lot like the first then.
All right. So inside the building, I assume you hit the elevator button before checking in, and the elevator seems to be. It was on 4. It currently says 2. Are you going to wait for it to come down, or are you going to go up the stairs?
A really stupid idea, actually. I'm going to go back out to the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Slight mix-up on that whole situation. It was the second one. Not that first name, but that second name. That was the one.
Dr. Wellness?
That's the one we need to see.
3rd floor.
Third floor. Thanks. That's if you can buzz us up into that, I'd be really grateful. You're a fucking robot. Okay, great. And return to the stairwell, and take the stairwell up to the 3rd floor.
All right. Since you went back, it took a couple of seconds, and the elevator comes down to 1, and it starts to open. So, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Uh-huh. As 2 Psy-Goblins leap out as soon as they can of the elevator. So, go to the deck. Shuffle. Recall just in case. Recall all. Deal. Turned over. Alright. Nope, Black Joker for Hayden, so it doesn't count.
Oh!
How dare.
Oh, God. Oh.
So here you got a 4 of spades.
Damn it,
or
Hayden,
this
get off-
Queen of Hearts.
get off
which
our
would be-
game.
Do you want this queen or this 4?
I'll take the queen.
Okay.
That's hot.
No, it didn't count it. It has to be a capital Q.
That's also hot.
There it is. Alright, Hayden isn't here. Enemy 2 has not acted yet, so takes a beat. Sasir.
Yes.
You is there anything you'd like to do? You know that there are traps on this balcony. You see some of the basic wires that look like this could be a kind of electrocution trap.
Mm-hmm.
You also see wires that you can reach.
I would love to try to disarm some traps while I'm out here.
Okay, that would be a thievery check.
Hell yeah.
Steal crap.
Like their ability to hurt my friends!
Yes, take from them their ability to explode on me, please.
Alright, that's a 6. With that, you have disarmed one of the traps. There were 2 up here. And the window is locked, but you have gotten rid of the trap that allows you to to stand completely on the thing without being electrocuted. There is an alarm on the window. And the other trap is the alarm on the window, and the window is locked.
Okay.
Would you like to make one more quick attempt to defeat the window? As I suspect the battle might take more than a heartbeat, as you are that quick.
Yeah, I would probably, Sasir's probably done this a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, she definitely at least try to, disarm the
Alright,
window alarm.
give it a go. It's a 5. That's enough to get the window alarm disabled, but not open. All right, back
Oh.
downstairs. Adelaide, you are next.
Okay, so what am I looking at here in this stairwell?
Rainier is looking at you, and behind Rainier, the elevator has pinged open, and 2 Psy Goblins look ready to pounce. Psy Goblins are a common enough thing that you have probably heard of them. Well, you've heard of Psy Goblins, but you might not know much about them unless you give me some kind of check to know more.
Sure, I could. What do they look like? Let's start there.
Okay, true. They look like they have wide mouths. They're a little more like Pathfinder goblins if Pathfinder goblins were tall.
Okay.
If Pathfinder goblins were about 4 feet tall instead of like
Oh.
whatever they are. These ones are kind of wiry, muscular, and they are in what seem to be orderly, like nurses' scrubs. And each is wielding a knife. They are ugly
Okay.
and vicious.
Oh,
Um,
judgmental.
they have sharp, pointed teeth and kind of, pointed ears, scrawny bits of hair on top of their head, and kind of grayish blue skin.
And then like as the elevator door dings, like I look over at my compatriot and look past them and just should have took the stairs as I kind of arm my way past and fly into this thing. I get to turn on my side sword for free. Yay. That's fun for me. Um
Meow.
pretty much. I don't think I'm gonna activate any of my abilities just yet. We'll hang on to those power points for the time being. And yeah, I'm just gonna move into that elevator and become a blur of blue energy as best I can.
There's not enough room for you to move into this small elevator, but you can definitely
Gotcha.
be in the doorway.
Okay. Then I'm dashing up to that entryway and I'm gonna try to stick them with my brain sword. I'm gonna stick them.
All
1
right,
second.
there's 2 of them.
I sure are. Double checking something real quick.
It
Yeah, we're
is
just gonna make
a little bit of a confined space too, so
it is. We're just gonna make this one attack then. So no multi-action penalty to Hahoof.
would you roll?
Neat.
Rolled a
13.
13, which is
4.
definitely gonna hit with a raise.
And directed towards the so
Let's
I'm going
call
in
them
swinging
1
at
and 2.
1
Yeah.
and then 1 and then I'm going to swing at 2 as well. Ignore the wild die on this reroll. This
Yep.
is just the fastest way to do it. All right. So 13 and a 9.
The 9 hits, the 13 hits with a raise.
Sick. Gonna roll damage for the first one. Bow.
All
And
right.
then rolling damage for the second one.
What's your
Okay.
AP? 8?
Yeah.
Right. All right, you
The first one includes its bonus damage, the second one doesn't.
all right. You get a simple hit on the first one, and the second one takes a wound. Yeah, the second one actually just goes down. The first one it takes basically what we would call shaken. And the other one just takes a wound and goes shaken, wound, and out. Your first hit harder. Your second hit was kind of backhand, but hit more accurately. And so the second Psy Goblin doesn't get its blade up in time, and just a spurt of bluish, blackish blood hits against the wall as your Psy blade passes through it. The first one reels back. You got a good slash into one of its arms, but it is still standing.
Like the first swing is almost like a feint coming down as I bring it in, but then as the sword's falling, I switch it around to a like an ice pick grip and bring the shield up on the first guy so I can just step back into the second guy. And it's just like right through him.
Yep.
And then the sword back out again in this like blue spinning arc.
All right. Up next is enemy 1, which was these two guys. So that's suddenly one less attack. You are no longer outnumbered in the elevator. You don't. I think gang up penalties don't work on you anyway. I forget.
Not on me.
Yeah, I think that's a Riley thing. I don't think that's a
Yep.
thing for me, but I'll double check some stuff.
I have the what the fuck is it called? Danger sense?
Gotcha, which reduces. All right, this one's coming at you with some kind. It looks like some kind of nasty vibro knife
Neat.
that looks like someone broke 2 vibro knives and glued them back together.
Okay.
And in the elevator, actually, Adelaide, what is your parry?
My parry is a 9 at present.
All right, that actually doesn't make it through your parry.
Neat.
But the
I get a
Psy Goblin,
counterattack.
okay, that's what I get for making the attack before using the power.
Like unless you've got something else going on, I get a free attack against one foe per turn who failed a fighting roll, and
You get
I
it
presume that was a
immediately.
fighting roll.
Yes.
Sick. All right, so homie comes at me with the that's a 13.
All right, that definitely is a hit with a raise.
Great. Here's damage. That's also a 13 plus 3 is 16 AP8.
And that's enough to pierce through and just take this one fully out.
So yeah, I've stabbed through one. I've got my shield up. This guy's coming at me, and it just like with the knife, and I up with the shield, like pinning its arm to the side of the elevator door, and the blade coming back around. I just like backswing with it, and just whooped. Blop goes the head.
In the elevator, you can see that the floor number 2 button or the floor number 3 button seems to be popped out comically, like a spring behind it is like hanging loose. For the 3rd floor, the buttons for 1 and 3, or 1, 4, and 2 are all still active. But the button for floor 3 seems to be comically in need of repair.
Are we still like in an initiative order situation, or
upstairs? Cecile, you don't speak Gobbly for any reason that I could think of. So you hear one of the goblins saying something, like pop his head out of the door and talk to someone down the hallway on the 3rd floor. But you don't know what's happening there. Alright, Rainier, you can do a thing, or yeah, it's your turn. Do you want to move upstairs? Do you want to walk into the elevator? You have other options as well, but you might want to just use this turn to make yourself battle ready.
Yeah, I guess I'll draw my sword. There it is. I opened divination, so it just bumped everything way down, and I got confused.
Yeah.
So, is that gonna be enough?
No, you need to get a 4 on that die. You got a pair of 3s. Would you like to spend a Benny to reroll?
There you go, 4.
You're down to 4 of them now. Okay. Normally, you start with 3. Rainier starts the day with 5.
And you know what? Fuck it. I want to do that. I mean, those things didn't seem terribly shitty. Yeah, I'll just start moving towards the stairs.
All right. You move enough to get up to the 3rd floor.
Okay.
But not enough to go in.
That's perfectly fine.
Because you're all plenty fast. All right, let's deal a new turn order.
Or
deal.
torture, if you will.
All right. By order such suit. Let's see what it's Cecile got. Cecile got a 6, so you can't get a new card.
Nope.
All right. Some bad guys makes themselves ready. All right. Rainier, you're on the 3rd floor. You can see that there is a big, dark Let's say I've never played Silent Hill, but I imagine Silent Hill has long hallways with flickering lights.
Sure. Yeah. Fair.
They're somewhere. There's
What
just
looks
like goo
really
on the
like
wall too, but
yeah,
A
there's
lot of
no
rust.
there's a lot of rust, not so much goo here.
Wondered.
There isn't viscera in this hallway. The hallway is a little more dark and creepy. There is white tile. There are pleasant pictures of woodland scenes on the walls. Most of which seem to have like faded with time because they're like oil paintings that were not given any care for a couple hundred years. And you see there's about 4 offices on this floor.
I might actually just Sissy, which office?
I'm sorry about the meowing cat. We ran out of the dry food. He has been fed wet food, and apparently that is not enough.
I thought that was ours, and I was just like,
And that's
again,
mine.
with the little girl screaming. But no.
Not this time.
It's a ghost cat.
You ran out of the old man's dry kibble.
Ugh. The worst people that have ever existed on the planet.
I know.
Starving your cat to death. Pretty shitty move, man.
Yeah.
I know I'm on the back of the building. Am I on the if I'm facing
You're kind of on the side of the building on the back end. So this would be there's you can see windows for 2 offices on this section of the wall. You would be in the back one on the if you're orienting yourself back one on the right.
then
You transmit that information.
yeah, just very quietly while she's like got these little like real beat to shit little wire cutters and she's carefully looking at stuff, just going like, back right. And like that's all you get is just real quick, back right. Almost like it was a transmission from a ghost through a spirit box, just real fast.
That's what you get.
Okay. I'm good then? That's it?
I mean, that's not the end of your turn. You haven't done
Okay.
anything.
Yeah.
That's the
then
start of your turn.
I'm going, then, Rainier will, quietly
Where are you not?
slip down the hallway and stand, basically position themselves on the opposite side of that door and just wait. It's like military movements and then just wait lazily against the door or the side of the door for Adelaide to get there. Just like, oh, you would think it's all serious, and then they just kind of like...
All right, so you're gonna hold.
Yep.
Okay.
Just get into
Adelaide
position and wait.
is not next. NPC,
I don't go for a bit.
NPC. Now it's Adelaide. So essentially, you were next.
Yeah.
You're not next, but you're next.
I leave a bunch of things in the initiative order in case I fill them in with NPCs. There are no NPCs here that have actions currently. So you are.
Yeah. As it's just that breathe out after having murdered 2 people in rapid succession, and even though her blade is currently like backwards in her hand in that ice pick grip, like I look over my shoulder and then just do this turn, this very dramatic, like, I am a fighter warrior turn. And as I do, the blade just vorps back to the forward direction because it's a brain sword. It can just go warp the other direction.
Who
And
needs to change grips?
It almost looks like an editing error that the people filming the scene had forgotten where she had her sword gripped a second before in the previous shot. But it is not that. It is in fact a stylistic choice that they will explain to the fans at the convention.
not looking forward to that. So yeah, but until the Q&A happens, I'm going to just very quickly like running up the stairs, like
You
that
make
2
it
at a
there
time
in
shit.
1 move. It's close enough that you make it up to the 3rd floor in 1 move.
Okay.
And you are currently in this hallway as well.
Sweet. Because my only other thought is then God, actually, yeah. As I'm getting up there, just getting over the radio to Cecile, can you get inside this place?
Trying. It's trapped. We'll take time.
Deep breath, careful cuts, get us in there quick.
Always.
But otherwise, I just
All right, you also hold.
yeah, that's because I could make my way into this room, but there's potentially explosive results there, and
Sincere, it's you.
So So all the wiring that's out here was for the trap that was on the ladder, basically where I'm standing, and then the alarm on the window.
You've deactivated both.
Okay. And there's no other wiring that goes anywhere towards the explosive that's on the outside, right? It's all in.
No, it's any wiring for the explosive would be inside. There is probably some kind of receiver.
If that's the case, can I check to see if the goblin has the receiver?
Well, I mean like a radio signal receiver.
Okay.
The goblin is holding again a clipboard and a vibro knife.
Okay. So he's just playing a part. He doesn't have
An
like a control
appointment.
bomb or anything.
You don't think the goblin's in charge?
Okay. Then I want to carefully open the window enough to slip my rifle under, like between.
Yeah.
And shoot the goblin.
All right. So this will take 2 actions. So
Okay.
be taking a -2 to these 2 things. Give me a thievery check, and then that's just to not be heard, and then a shooting.
Okay. Double check some stuff. Nope, that helps me with talking to people. Which I should really try to remember. Okay, thievery.
have you tried talking to the trap?
15 to open the window.
A 15. The window opens silently. You have caught this. You have the drop. You get a +2 to your next roll. It's actually a 13 because you took a -2 to this.
That's true.
But you rolled a 6, and a 3 on one die 6. Because the way dice work in Savage Worlds is when you get the highest number, they explode and you roll it again. It's fun.
No, it's just. Why is it rolling a d6 for thievery?
That was the wild die. It rolled a d8 and a d6.
Oh, okay.
Because as a wild card, you always get a d6 to roll.
That's right. Okay.
So you have the drop, meaning this thing has a negative, or you get a +2 to your shooting roll, negating the -2 from the multi-action.
Okay. Then I would like to shoot with my rifle. Shoot it.
We're shooting a clown?
Yep.
All right, that is a 5, which is enough to hit.
Yay!
So go ahead and roll damage.
Roll damage. 7.
Hold on, I forgot to check how that thing works. 2 points of armor. Oh, I forgot to actually roll it. What is that?
That's so many ones I rolled for that damage. 3
Either
ones.
4, a 1, a 1, and a 1 on 4d6.
Rip.
Okay.
Falling well below the curve there.
It is below the curve. Unfortunately, in this system, you can re-roll damage as you did not beat the toughness.
I would love to spend a penny to reroll damage.
All right, click the little button that says re-roll damage, and I'll take one of your bennies.
41.
41. Okay.
Okay, so something I was about to point out, though it probably no longer matters, was that when you attack with the drop, you get a +4 to both your attack and damage rolls.
That's still the goblin
So-
actually had already gotten its armor up, so the +4 would not have killed it.
Sarah, remember how I don't think we were on air when you'd said this, that you only ever seem to you hit there's a bell curve. You hit
Yeah.
here and here.
Yep.
Never here.
Yeah.
It's always here or here. That's bearing out in one roll tonight, so
So on this, the 4 die 6, you rolled a 6, a 5, a 6, and a 6. 3 of them exploded. One of them exploded into a 6. And then turned into a 5 after that. So, with a perfect shot, you get this thing in, and you're like, you have your rifle basically behind this thing's head. You essentially open the window all the way, climb in, get behind it, and you hear it go. And then there's just the kazak of your normally you don't hear, normally lasers make a zoom noise, which is provided by the heat of it ionizing some material or some shit. And advance a little bit.
Science, whatever.
Science. But you have an assassin's rifle where the lasers make noise option is turned off. However, you hear the sound of his head being impacted at photonic speeds
Jesus.
by laser material as he crumples to the floor. Goblin dead. Goblin dead.
I love
Yeah.
the idea of like in the TV show version of this, like we've got the goblin in profile just and then like as the camera's panning back, we see the back of his skull, and then it's just the barrel just comes into frame. Just boop. Pazak.
You could also get that like rewind where it's like you see his head explode, and then you kind of get the rewind as it back together, and it follows the bullets back to the gun, and it's just this here. It's just like, bye, click, and then. Very Tarantino.
Yeah. The bolt is loud enough that it does go through the thin walls of the interior, and you see a laser shot just go out of one room into the other, and you hear a scream from the other room of some kind of goblinoid creature.
Oh, well, now we all know. So that's good.
I love the idea that we're posted up at the door, and I'm just like listening, and then fwazoomph.
I heard that.
And then you hear what sounds clearly like a body hitting the floor. And something that screamed but didn't hit the floor.
Beep.
You did enough damage, I let it carry over to a separate being.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Is you're like, my target's down. And I immediately start looking at the bomb, like the explosive wiring, to see what I can do.
The bomb seems to be some kind of radio signal. You would have to roll a theory. Well, that's gonna be your turn, though.
Yeah.
Would you two like to continue to hold your actions, or are you making some sort of move?
You said we heard something in the room across the hall then.
Yes, something across the hall got shot.
Okay. Then I have something I could do, but Rainier, you, of course, may go before me. If you've got something you'd like to do. As is your remit. As is your right.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna try the door. That's for people who care about property damage. Just gonna, in a very, like, shining moment, just going to, like, rear back and just punch through the door at about... we've never seen these goblins before. Oh, we did see the ones that came out of the elevator.
Yeah, you've seen these goblins before. You've also seen a Psy Goblin previously.
Okay.
These things are known to be cheap summons. Like, easy to summon. The Federation of Magic will summon, like, an entire platoon of them to just throw at someone.
Okay. Then I will just go for what I assume to be potential goblin height and hope that I hit something. Just knowing that it might not be there, that's fine with me. But just kind of like if he's waiting to ambush us, now he's not. And if not, well then Adelaide, I guess, learned something.
Alright, roll to attack.
Sure.
Roll to attack the door.
Cool. 6.
Alright, that's enough. You completely shatter the door. There is nothing waiting on the other side of it.
Oh.
The door just explodes open and falls down, and then as it hits the floor, you hear a groaning from further down the hall.
Wait, oh. Door did I hit?
You hit the door to the floor, to the hallway.
Oh, Okay, we're not even on the.
Yeah, you were waiting in the in the stairwell still. You hadn't gotten through.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
sorry.
was supposed to be. I was posted up on the door.
To that office. I'm sorry. I thought
Yeah,
you were
no.
further back.
Yeah, so
That's my
I
bad.
wanted to go to the door that I heard the groaning from that Cecile apparently shot.
All right, so you move up there, and the door has a big fucking hole in it, and you can see on the other side is what looks to be an 8-foot tall, gray-skinned, horn-toothed being that you would describe as an ogre.
And that's all you get over the radio. It's just, oh, ogre.
It looks like it's been shot. You break through that door easily. Do you want to try to make a single swing on the ogre?
Sure.
All right. It looks mad. Yeah, it looks real pissed off.
Okay. 7.
That 7's actually not gonna hit his parry. Even though he just got shot, it doesn't mean he's a weak combatant. And being the fighter that he is, gets his what looks to be big ass mega damage wrench that looks like it's been sharpened to a fine point to turn it into some kind of axe, like an industrial, like one of those comically large wrenches you might see used by a mech to repair a robot. It looks like one of those has been taken and one of the sides of it has been sharpened to a point to turn it into a mega damage axe for this ogre.
Cool.
He gets his ogre and into one of your claws before you can land the hit completely. He is bleeding, but he is not dead.
Okay.
All right. Adelaide, are you doing anything next before we?
Yeah, we're the action situation of this turn got a little muddy. So for simplicity's sake, we'll just say that I've spent the rest of my turn getting up down the hallway to where
Yeah.
Rainier is.
Okay.
Which I'm happy enough as being like catching up. Actually, you know what? Did I? Oh, that's right. Never mind. I was gonna say like I don't need to check in with Cecile because Cecile made it very clear what Cecile just did. So yeah, I'm just trucking down the hallway.
All right. No jokers. Seer got a 9, so that's not enough to reorder. Rainier actually goes first.
Oh, cool.
Andy.
Then, I will kind of, there's that sound of, it's metal against metal, but it almost sounds like metal against metal, but it also kind of sounds like ice against metal. It has like a ringing to it as they pull back against the wrench to free, and then spin on one foot and just slash across the ogre's throat with the other. And I will try to hit him again.
Okay.
That's not gonna do it. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, the ogre gets there.
That's definitely not gonna do it. That's fine.
You want to spend another Benny? Or are you good?
I have
You're
3
down to
left
4.
after that.
Or down to 3, yes.
Yeah, the 3 by my count mentally. So like spend
Yeah,
more
I'll
bennies.
give one more shot.
Okay.
10.
There
Yeah,
you go.
10.
10. Aha, 10. Surely that beats this thing's parry. Surely.
All right.
Mine's 9 for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, its parry is 9. You land the blow with it. Go ahead and roll your damage. Your damage, I think we've adjusted to be somewhat correct.
I believe so.
I believe so.
I believe you
12.
corrected the damage.
Yeah, smarts plus a d10 for 12, AP 12. This thing's natural armor isn't super high, so you do, it's already shaken, so you land a wound on it.
Okay, cool.
But only one.
I'll take it. That everything helps.
Yep. It is not wearing any armor, it looks like. In fact, it's wearing what look to be a loose set of ragged pants and a cheap rope belt. All right. NPC 2. Adelaide.
Okay. I was bracing there. It's like, is that the ogre? Okay, it's not. seeing my friend at the end of the hallway, I guess where is that fight like happening through the doorway? Has the fight moved into that room? Has it moved out into the hallway? Where's that fight going down?
The ogre got shot and knocked back,
Okay,
and then blah. Rainier would have had to go into the room.
got it. All right. Then yeah, it's using my movement to like run up to that doorway and then kind of stop and spinning on a heel and then kicking off with my right foot to just fly into that room to my friend's side. And I should also very much like to engage the ogre in
Yep.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Hey.
Yay. Which thank you for reminding me about ganging up on things, because and just double checking. Yeah. Additional okay, so it's +1 to your fighting per additional adjacent attacker to a maximum of +4.
That is
According
not
to the
going
rule.
to apply here.
Okay, this guy's not get ganged up on. That's what I figured.
He has a thing against gang up penalties.
Yep, that's pretty common. So wanted
Yeah.
to check on that. By contrast, hey, by the way, so I only mention this because it specifically calls out vibroblades of all things, but vibroblades are among the class of weapons that suffer a -2 to hit a cyber knight because they are considered, quote, technology based.
Its sharpened MDC wrench is not a vibroblade.
No. I was mostly just abused. It's like, really, a shaky knife has a harder time hitting me? Whatever. Okay,
It's got
it's
sensors and
technology
shit in it.
based.
Yep.
I guess so.
I wouldn't.
So
It's a
anyway,
big hunk of metal.
Maybe it's in here.
it's very true. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. All right, we're just gonna. Am I gonna do 2 attacks? Yeah, screw it. Let's go for let's. I'm gonna attack this fool twice. So we're gonna take a
Okay.
multi-action penalty of a -2 and then roll a lot of times.
All right.
Okay,
So that is a 2, a 0. Your wild dice is a 0.
yeah, that's a hot. Ignore the wild die on this one.
Okay, that's a 3.
2, 0, and a 3. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. So that's my first pair of attacks. I don't love that. I would like to spend a Benny to re-roll the 2 there.
Okay.
I guess I re-roll the 2 and the wild die. Right. So we'll do that because that's how Benny re-rolls work, right? You also get to scoop the wild die into that. It's been a minute since we played.
I forget.
I forget to. I'm re-rolling. Damn it. All right.
Bennies.
The 2 and a 0 became a 2 and a 4. So it.
Yeah, 4's not going to get through his
Okay.
parry.
So
But
then I go my second attack and its flurry then.
Yep.
So that look real silly. So this is going to be a 4 and a 4 and a 5.
No, none of that's going to make through. This warrior
Son of
seems
a
to be
bitch.
grabbing.
Okay.
It gets its hand on more firmly on its weapon, but it seems to know what a Psyblade will do
Mhm.
and isn't trying to parry it, which is a mistake that sometimes gets made when you don't have an energy weapon.
Yeah.
And is in fact moving its gigantic wrench axe to not be hit by your blade as well, for fear that you might cut through its weapon. But it does reach down and grab what seems to be some chain on the floor. The chain is connected to one of its legs. It uses one of your side blade attacks to kind of snap the end of the chain. Was not connected to anything on the other end, but it was connected to like an ankle chain on this end.
Mhm.
And it kicks up a little bit to put its foot like almost in the way, and you snap the chain off of its foot, and it grabs the chain on its other hand and starts swinging it.
Jesus. Yeah, like I totally like I'm like flying in there with the sword and like trying to make these moves, and it's faint, like throws me off balance. So like kind of confused and going through the thing, and I turn back to step around, and it's just not there anymore. And I'm nimble for a big guy.
It doesn't respond. Cecile. You're in the room with a bomb on the wall and a human woman lying on a human female form looking on the doctor bench. There's a better word for that. I don't know what the fuck that word is. Table?
Sorry. I was just picturing like, hello, I'm Dr. Bench, and it's like a bench, but
How are you feeling
Not good.
today? Have a seat.
And it
Dr.
has their
Bench,
little
have a seat.
hands in the circle thing.
Actually, I could see exam table. Thank you. I could see Dr. Bench being a thing, a crazy medical themed techno wizard would build.
yeah, actually.
So sincere, there you are.
Amazing.
What you doing?
So, does the human look conscious?
No.
Great. Carrying people is not a Cecile specialty, so.
But there is a bomb on the wall.
But that's why she was either going to try to get the person out or go for the bomb.
Here's the upside. If you do well enough getting rid of the bomb, you will then have a bomb. The down
I mean,
the mirror to that though is if you do poor enough.
Nobody has a bomb.
We all get one bomb at the same time.
Yeah,
Very-
you all
very
get
briefly.
one bomb for about a second. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll be fine. It's a technology-based attack. It has -2 to hit.
It's not a technology-based attack.
No, it
Holding
doesn't
area
work like that.
effect.
It bombed.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
It's not
bomb.
really aiming.
No.
Okay.
You'll be fine. And if
I'm
you're not, you
trying
kill
to-
us all.
You could choose to do something else.
Yeah,
My-
girls just leave. Fuck us, man. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a weird question. Does it look
Ooh.
complicated? Have like a lot of wires, a lot of like devices attached to it, or does it seem very simple?
There is no
like
magic
big-
built. Doesn't you know you're probably dealing with a techno wizard somewhere, but this bomb specifically doesn't have any weird crystals or bullshit in it. It looks like the kind of bomb you could build.
Okay, cool. So this is the type of bomb I could either probably disarm or hack it, right?
You don't think it's got enough computer to hack?
Okay. Then I'll try to disarm it. Like,
Alright. Give me a thievery roll.
let's.
Which is how I don't know if there's a specific like. Here's what you use to disarm bombs. Thievery sounds like the right call to me.
It's whatever the GM calls for, given how the player is deciding to deal with it.
Let's make some mistakes today.
I'm sure there's some feat that makes you an expert in demolitions, advanced that makes you an expert in demolitions, but I don't know what it is, and you don't have it, so no big deal.
No, we do not.
When you asked if it was complicated, all in my brain I pictured was like the alarm clock, like Looney Tunes bomb.
Yes! Yes!
It's more like the one you would see in an early 2000s, late 90s movie where there's like one blinking light,
Mm-hmm.
and
there's
with
a
a
little-
little like radio receiver with a very clear antenna
Yeah,
and just an immense number of wires.
all stuck into a big slab of Play-Doh.
Alright, let's see what happens. I was like, don't 1-1 me, but that's still bad.
3, which is a failure.
I'll spend all my bennies if I have to make sure
And your
this
first
bomb
penny, you're
go
down
off
to
my
2.
face.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll it. And you got a 1 and a 3.
Oh god, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, I said it. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
if we get a crit fail, this is bad for everybody.
Yep.
Disarm a bomb. Disarm a bomb.
So would you like to roll another Benny? Or are you
Yes.
just gonna take the loss?
I'm gonna try.
Alright, re-roll it again.
Yay!
That is a hit with a
Ah.
raise. So you go, you take the batteries out of the walkie-talkie being used as a radio receiver.
Oh.
Just like sweating, turning it over. Oh.
And you just pop the battery out.
Take the fucking battery, but there's a fucking remote. God damn it. Second RC car. Using like a claw to just like flip up that little tab, but she's
Yeah,
like,
that tab
but
is a
the
little
two
screw, so
failures
it
are
took you
her
a second.
fucking with it, and she couldn't get it. And she almost gets it, closes again. God damn it!
The person is still soundly asleep because since the thing that was maintaining their sleep happened, no major sounds have happened in that room. As you are damn near silent, so they seem to be still sleeping.
Okay,
However, the
I have a bomb.
ogre
That's not
is
safe.
going to kick rocks quite literally
Oh,
kick
Okay.
rocks and dust up into Adelaide's face. This is a combat test.
my eyeballs. What do I resist with?
What do you resist with?
Don't you have a helmet on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't your helmet
Yeah, but
up?
it's like he's kicking up a
The
bit
visor's up.
of,
Okay.
or he's kicking up a bit of like drywall.
Mm,
You know,
that's
I can't
It'll still obscure and be bad and what have you.
Yeah.
rules. Where's the combat tests?
Fine.
Because I do want to know how you.
Fun, distracting, yay!
Yeah. I will admit it has been a minute since I've looked up how
It's been a minute
tests are
since we played.
handled.
I
Uh,
I just had a minute like where I was thinking about the battery removal, and it was like the first failure. Like I get the cover off, and then I find out they're lithium batteries, which are a pain in the ass to take out.
Yeah, it's a 9-volt, so you got to get those little bits off the end of it. Test. All right. Tripping someone is an athletics, so I'm gonna say an agility roll.
okay.
He's gonna make a athletics roll against your agility,
Okay.
and he
You
rolls.
roll your dice, I'll roll mine over here. Wee! I rolled a 15.
He rolled 2 1s. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me check one other thing. He rolled a 3. You easily just like get your sword to vaporize the material in the way. And then he's going to attempt to throw the chain at Rainier's legs. And this will actually be done with a -2, and then his attack will be done with a negative. Oh, never mind. He's not doing an attack. He's going to throw the chain at Rainier's legs, attempting to trip Rainier. And so that's Rainier. That's going to be agility from you.
Okay.
No, you forgot to roll that.
Oh. What happens if it's not on my list?
Agility is one of your traits. It's all the way at the top.
It's an attribute, very top left. It should be.
That's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of your 5 attributes.
Roll? Roll? Hello?
That's Hayden.
It may be asking,
What's the
maybe
dice?
asking for like a modifier or something in another
I
window.
don't know how to
Is that
click.
popping
I'm
out?
clicking. Oh, dear God. Okay.
Did it all hit
it
at
was
once?
a 5 on the
Okay.
first one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
the
take a
first
5
one,
on the
yeah,
first
was
one.
more
It
than
actually
Yeah.
happened because I hit it twice. All right. A 5 is better than his 4.
Okay.
The chain hits the floor and slides out. And in the dust, you see kind of a shimmery sheen wash over his form. Now I have to roll for something else. All right. That is just a normal hit. Okay. All right. That is the ogre's turn.
Take that.
Now we're back to the front of
Correct.
the initiative. No jokers. Cecile, you got a 4 or an ace?
Mm. I'm gonna keep the 4.
Okay.
I'm holding a bomb. I will keep the 4.
True.
It's fine.
The ogre gets to go before y'all again.
Okay.
The ogre
Don't
will use.
no.
It's spicy.
Stop. No. Don't eat the bomb. Not how we dispose of high explosives.
The ogre again is going to now throw a chunk of drywall at Rainier to try to get in their eyes. So give me another agility.
Okay, much of this room left.
It is
Maybe.
like tearing at the wall.
Okay.
16, yeah.
16, yeah.
You easily
Lord.
spin out of the way, and some of it gets maybe in your hair, but it also looks like as you spin away, the camera slow-mos into a glamour shot of the drywall, kind of like as sparkly accents of you. And then is going to...
Beautifying power of drywall. Ask your doctor if drywall is right for you.
Maybe they're born
Do I
with
ask
it.
this
Maybe it's
doctor?
drywall.
I killed this doctor already. It's too late.
Oh. We can
Um,
reanimate him, I'm sure.
The
Not the
Back
one on
to
the next
see.
floor down.
That's
I-
true.
I don't want this thing to just make tests, but this is actually what it's very good at.
Yeah, we kind of just rolled freakishly well on our defenses, to be honest.
you do. It's gonna try to push through you and try to get past you.
Fair.
How would it do that? An athletics. There's no like push through. I think it's more just.
Yeah, like I don't think there's a codified, hey, I want to shove through you.
I think this is just another
Unlike
combat
Pathfinder,
test.
which has tumble through, as
Yeah,
I recently learned.
which you only get if you're an expert in. I don't fucking care.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
This will be another test to push his way through.
Okay.
Let's see. And Fox has gone green for some reason.
Oh, goodbye.
Did she alt tab?
Oh,
She might have
Hello?
alt
my
tabbed.
bad.
Now she's back. Somebody alt tabbed. It's fine.
I didn't touch anything. I swear. I didn't do it.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Fine.
This will be one more roll by one more roll versus your agility. And we'll do this one to Adelaide,
Okay.
but this one takes a -2. So against your agility, what did you get?
1 and a 4.
All right, that the 5 actually beats you, and you are tripped
Oh shit.
as he sweeps the chain back and hooks it around to your legs,
Oh.
and
Round.
is just gonna run past the two of you. Being on the ground, I think Adelaide, you take a negative to this attack. I don't know if there's any specific like you're on the ground rules.
Yeah, so
I'm sure there are
prone.
some.
I get a -2 to my fighting and a -2 to my parry. And standing costs me 2 inches of my movement by the
Which
way
is 6.
something like
I
that.
just want to know what percentage of your movement 2 inches is.
Oh, I normally move. Where is my pace? My pace
Like-
is normally an 8.
Oh, that's very good. So it's like a quarter of your movement. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Cyber Knights move fucking fast.
yes, you do. This thing actually is going to just take the attack for leaving the area from the both of you. It's bleeding from the shot it took, but that's the only wound it's taken so far, I believe. And I think,
I
Yeah.
haven't landed a hit on this thing.
yeah, I don't think Rainier has either.
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, it does have 1 full wound. Okay, so it's not.
Yeah, it is
does-
wounded because it was.
Gotcha. It is ignoring 1 point of wound penalties.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Because of its ogreness.
I'm neither
and-
shaken nor stunned, so yeah, I get a crappy attack at it, but I do get an attack at it. I
Yeah,
guess.
so both of you can take an attack at it if you'd like. As it attempts to just run past you. Its feet are unshod, but its its feet don't look well, you're not really paying attention to its feet. It's been kicking
No,
dust at you. Anyway,
First, yeah, I was knocking dust out of my eyes, and then as I was doing that, I caught a chain around my feet. Now I'm looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
I will absolutely take a swipe at this thing as it goes by. I was told that it doesn't matter what happens to them.
Yeah.
12.
That's 12. That will hit, but not with a raise. So you can roll
I figured-
damage.
I figured we'd resolve Rainier before I did mine.
14.
14 with AP 12. So that will do one more. What was it? 11. It's got no armor. Oh no, it does have armor now, but you negate that armor. So there's you lay into it again. You clearly catch it, but it does make its way past you. It is bleeding. It has taken a second wound. It's tough as hell.
Let's see how
Uh,
I manage.
Yep.
No, and I am
13.
not spending a penny on that.
Okay.
I am too busy. Like, why am I horizontal? As there's just dust and ceiling.
With a scream, it kind of just makes a yell as it runs out into the hallway, looks at Cecile, and is actually going to run past Cecile as well. But you're currently holding a bomb. It goes and just goes out the window.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
It doesn't seem to have realized how high up it was.
Oh.
I will give it basically an agility check to see if it falls.
As a small point of detail here, Cecile, I don't recall you actually like leaving the room though.
Oh.
The door was still closed to that room, right?
Yeah,
that's true. The doorway was still close to that room.
Yeah, I'm
but
just
no,
in the
that's
room,
fine.
bomb and a lady.
it
that
sees the
just means-
hole, and then it sees sunlight on the other side of that hole.
Yeah, and it just goes through, and then it sees Cecile and keeps going.
It actually like jumps over the lady to go into the window.
The idea of it, like, even opening the door and just, there's that moment of, like, Cecile just freezing with the bomb.
Like a raccoon in your trash.
Tail just
And you see as it charges out the window and goes, and then it looks down, and you see it makes eye contact with you, and then reaches out a hand to grab for one of the railings and misses, and starts to fall. All right.
Bye, buddy.
If it didn't, I would have been like, extendo staff.
Yeah.
Rip that motherfucker out the window.
Push.
Lady Adelaide.
No.
Okay. I
The door to the room Cecile is in. You can now clearly see there is a woman on a table with chestnut hair and a bob cut. She is wearing what seems to be a hospital gown.
Sure. After I'm like coughing and getting myself up and looking around and seeing that it solves that problem, and yeah, like move into the room and like very gently but in a hurry, like grab this person, just like
You're strong enough to just lift them. It doesn't look like they're sleeping soundly. It looks like they you don't take time, you just pick them up.
no, I'm just like, yeah, we should get out of here. Time to go.
All right. You start to move down the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, with with any amount of movement I have left over, like it's all I'm doing is scooping this person up. Like obviously my shield and sword, like they just kind of they do that sparkly fizzle out. As I don't like go to resheath anything, I just release both of them and pick this person up.
Gotcha. Rainier, you can start making your way out as well if you'd like. There seems to be a dead goblin, Cecile holding a bomb, and Adelaide is carrying a woman down.
Rainier will pause briefly at the hole the ogre made leaving. See Cecile just give her this like sharp canine grin and then just keep walking. Just the sight is bizarre and that is very pleasing, and just keep going.
The sparks
Cecile?
joy. Okay. Real quick, the other two over the radio did anybody check the top floor?
No, I think this just no.
Nope.
Should I?
No, I think we got what we need.
Okay, I'm bringing the bomb outside. She just like,
Now,
but she's not gonna go the same way as everyone else. She'd rather go out the way she came in, just for everyone else's safety.
you may put the bomb in your inventory. It is yours.
Yeah.
You have successfully and efficiently deactivated it.
I appreciate that our rogue is treating bombs like the take a penny, leave a penny tray.
Fan
Right.
fucking tastic.
Oh man, hold on.
As you go out, you see that the ogre has hit the ground, and is bleeding profusely. It is still holding the chain and the giant wrench. It is face down on the ground. It seems covered in a bit of dust and dirt from falling. There is not exactly a comical thump, as so much as a bit of a crunch as it hits the what used to be solid pavement, but is now covered in years of dirt and rubble. You hear it with your excellent hearing. You hear it breathing raggedly. Give me a notice check, actually.
I noticed some shit. 12.
All right, with a 12. With a 12, you notice a series of what could only be called brandings in its back that you have seen on other beings before that seem to indicate that this was an owned being at one point. That this is a... you also see a number of scars on it, as though it was some kind of gladiator.
Do I recognize the brand
You do
as
not.
anything I've seen?
No, it wouldn't be something you've seen. But you've seen terrible things on other people, but not specifically this.
Can I tell if they're active or not? Like, if it means it's... Like, would this be something that would be, like, magic? And, like,
It's
glow or
not
anything
magic.
like
It is mundane.
It's just a
Yeah,
like, brand. Okay.
branding marks.
Okay, gotcha.
It looks like where it would be incredibly hard, like in the middle of the back, where it would be incredibly hard to remove them from oneself as well.
Okay. Got it. I have a bomb. I'm busy.
You do. You make your way safely down the thing enough.
And I just... Cecire's trying very hard to not look really excited when she comes tearing ass around the building.
Yeah.
Like a little kid who, like, found, like, a ball just abandoned somewhere, and it's just like, this is my ball now! And, like, this is my bomb now.
Hey guys, new bomb just dropped.
Look what I
No,
just got!
please don't. Do not. The bomb did not drop.
Trips on rock.
That's when it starts going dun 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 dun. It's just a slow motion.
Don't worry, guys.
Drops the person and
Like it would be in there, but no.
Don't worry, guys, it's safe. Beeps a single time.
Beef!
Oh.
Okay, well, now it is.
It's not supposed to make that noise. That's a new one.
Alright.
I like to imagine that it makes the same, like, sound as, like, a Samsung washing machine. It takes out, like, happy little, like, music note.
Yeah, like doot, doot, doot.
Yep.
It's like a dishwasher that's done.
I would
Mhm.
say our dishwasher is real cute when it's finished.
Our dishwasher and our washing machine both make little songs now, and I'm like, this is so happy.
It's
Oh,
like
shit,
a
I
door
need to
that
put
has an
laundry over the dryer.
exaggerated sigh that's pleased with itself when it opens and closes. Alright. You get out of the building and you hear a building challenge, test 1 cleared. You have, and it only took you 3 minutes. Alright, everybody, we're gonna take a quick break while we reset the stage and get ready for round 2.
Reset.
Thank you, and here's some of our lovely sponsors. Ads for old, radio jingles start playing over the speakers. The brunette woman that's being carried is awake now. She's like, what the living fuck?
Which, yeah, it was. Once I'm outside, it's very much like laying her down gently on the ground and examining for, like, insofar as my dumb ass can, just like, are you okay? Making sure there's nothing wrong or broken. But
There
she's
seems to
awake.
be nothing wrong or broken with her. It does seem to be... she does seem a bit groggy. Do you have a medicine or something?
No, fuck no.
Okay,
Or I guess I've got a. Sorry, I have a D4 in healing.
go ahead and roll that then.
Sure.
Oh, should I also have healing? I forgot.
That's a 13,
No,
which
why do
is
I-
a hit with several raises.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a hit and several raises.
So
So,
what she's experiencing is waking up from a psychic sleep.
Mm,
Something had psychically used sleep on her.
gotcha.
And those were Psy Goblins. The psychic sleep is not currently active because you were able to easily wake her.
Yeah, they dead as hell now.
Follow the
One
logic.
of them, two of them got fricasseed, and another got his brain turned into a canoe.
Okay.
It's from Tombstone. So yeah, like it's just easy. Somebody was messing around in your dome in there and put you to sleep, but welcome back to the land of the living. Do
What
you
more
remember
are
who
we?
you are?
I'm Eva. Who the fuck are you?
My name's Adelaide. These are my companions.
You're a Cyber
Sincere.
Knight. Okay, so
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you didn't have to
Stuffing.
tell somebody for once.
Eh. In fact, yeah, I don't even. There's not even a noise. There's just this like very brief, very angry glare, and then I'm looking back. It's like,
Listen, she
funny.
beat Rainier to it. Rainier is being like, this is Adelaide. She's a cyber knight because that's she's introduced herself every time.
I am. Yes. Are you hurt? You seem okay, but does anything? You feel everything, and you wiggle all the toes.
yeah. Oh, I can feel how cold it is out here.
Right. Sorry.
I'm in a hospital robe for some reason.
I take off the
She
cloak that
kind
I
of
normally wear.
blushes and goes, "It doesn't have a back."
It's not the cleanest or softest or nicest thing, but that kind of ratty brown travel cloak that I wear all the time. It's very warm at least, and it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh god, yeah.
She
Just undo
absolutely.
that.
She's about 5'2". Oh no, let's put her around 5'4". So
Okay.
she's short, but not abnormally short. She is, kind of olive skinned. Like I said, a dark brunette bob. Her nails are well, like, painted. Uh, and she seems very confused. Her toenails are also painted. She is not wearing shoes.
You said her name was Eve?
She said her name was Eva.
Eva. Gotcha. Just making a quick note to myself. All right. So, Eva, what was the last thing you remember before you got knocked unconscious?
Um, I was drinking a lot. It was a place called Merktown. I'd gone with some friends for a hen do. And that's
I desperately want to ask what's a hand do, but I'm worried that that's a setup for, well, it grabs things and it points.
it lays eggs is the answer. The
Oh, a hen do. I'm sorry.
yes.
I heard
Oh, a
hand
bachelorette
do.
party.
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes,
Again, my hearing, not the best.
this isn't Tennessee.
Ooh,
Where the
No.
fuck am I?
Fairways North, just outside of what's left of. Actually, would we know it as Philadelphia? I can't remember.
Yeah,
We've been
it's
seeing that all over the
Philly,
place.
yeah.
Yes.
It has never been
Um,
referred to as Pennsylvania, really, but it's mostly been referred to as Philly. Yes.
It's Philadelphia. Yeah, you're just outside of whatever's left of Philadelphia.
What the fuck's a Philadelphia?
That's what we're finding out too.
Oh my god. I was supposed to get the rings. What day is it?
I tell her. Because
Yeah,
Fox
you
the
say
player doesn't
she's
know.
like, that's. I think I've missed the wedding.
Okay.
Is there any reason why somebody would
Yeah, not to victim blame here, but I don't suppose you have any really powerful enemies you've pissed off recently.
It's not a victim blame. If she has something to offer, that would mean that somebody would want her.
No, I
I mean, I can do some basic magic and a little bit of psionic stuff, but nothing like impressive or showy. I'm like a grad student. Like,
okay. Well, Eva, unfortunately, you're now finding yourself in a confluence of events, largely outside of everyone here's control. But good news, we are going to get you through this. You are going to be okay. In fact, we're going to try to get you out of here just as quickly as I can. Can you walk?
yeah, I can walk. It's just, it feels like I slept for 2 months, which is how long it's been, apparently.
I offer her my canteen.
She doesn't look dehydrated or like undernourished at all, but she does take.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's actually, yeah, like I let out just kind of a deep breath as I like kind of straighten back up and like take in the surroundings, and then just happened to catch sight of Cecile, and then just like point and then mouth the words, "Is that a bomb?"
She's like half done putting it in her bag. When you like see it, so she like stops. There's a moment she's just staring at you. And just slowly keeps pushing it into the bag and just smiles as she does it. And then closes the bag.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break.
All right, everybody. We're gonna go breathe, I think. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see you in about 10. So remember to use your limbs, get some water, and be humans. Catch you soon.
We'll be back. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gunmetal Rifts, where our friends have rescued a person from a building and also rescued a bomb.
I was like, I don't
What's it-
like the rescued.
The upward
rescued?
inflection there? No, I'm not a big fan of. We definitely rescued someone, and they were definitely a person.
I
That is-
rescued a bomb.
Both of those things are true. All right.
Don't
So,
rescue a bomb. A bomb is not itself in danger. It
It's
puts
an
other
orphan
things
bomb.
in danger.
Puts googly eyes on bomb. That's what my bomb.
Not make things a person.
I call him Pierre. Don't listen to her, Pierre.
Look Pierre in the eye and tell him I did not rescue him.
I can't. His eyes are pointing in two different directions.
Pick one.
it's
Shakes bomb slightly so googly eyes straighten out.
somewhere it's a gif of, or not a gif, a meme of Cecile yelling, "Don't talk to me or my son ever again." Like,
Block of plastique with googly eyes.
yeah.
Christ.
Anyway, but you have gotten this woman out of the building, Ava. You've not learned anything else about her except that she has told you that she is a graduate student, been missing for 2 months, was on a bachelorette party in Merktown, and she has her hair and nails done. Her hair and nails look like they got did.
Yeah,
But
that's not gonna last.
Did we pass
Um,
through Merktown?
Yeah,
Okay. I
Merktown's
thought
a place a lot
weeks
of people
ago.
go, but it is a dangerous town too.
clearly. People been kidnapping women at bachelorette parties.
It's a bad place. So the announcer comes back over the speaker and says, "All right, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone, let's go on to round 2. Do we have a new contestant?"
I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
She goes, hello? And he goes, "Hi, what's your name?" She looks at you all confused. Eva? And she says, "Welcome to the competition, Eva."
I mean, I still don't have anything to say to this motherfucker.
Now, get ready for round 2. In the Recreation Center! And you see a number of explosions lining up of buildings. Like, buildings get exploded down. Many of them are already in ruins. Leaving a clear path to a big, like, this almost the size of half a block. About 5 stories tall. And out on the outside, it says Drexel Recreation Center. And Gymnasium. Or Drexel University Recreation Center and Gymnasium. It says, "Please make your way." And what prize are you seeking for round 2?
Is murdering you an option?
Murder the announcer! A bold prize. Let's see if they can do it.
Okay, I'm liking this game better now.
I
What?
can't believe that worked.
I
You're on the street. There is no movement of other things. There is a silence as there's just like background music lightly coming over the speakers.
God, I'm just kind of grinding my teeth and looking over at this whole Ava situation and contemplating rather, my options through my head here. Just like, need to go that way to keep doing thing. Don't really love the idea of dragging her along with us. Can't really leave her here somewhere safe. Boy, I wish I had another pair of shoes for her.
Going back is,
But unfortunately, they blew up the Nike store.
Yes, they specifically blew up the Nike store.
Because believe me, I looked, I was like, oh yeah, it was the other one's a deli. Shit.
Could I use my scrounger edge to find shoes in the rubble of the Nike store?
Yes, Fox has gone green again, but maybe that's only to us.
Oh no.
nope,
Right.
it's just, it's Fox.
Oh, yep, there. Yep.
What?
Now it looks like we're setting up a game of solitaire in like the old school, like.
What's up? Knock on the bedroom door.
Okay.
Island background.
I'll fiddle with my camera for a second.
Didn't this
I don't
happen to
know.
Ryo when they would like alt tab or something? I don't know.
No, that's the
It
thing
was
is, I
I don't think you
at
did.
both
though.
times it's happened, my hands are like off the keyboard and I'm just staring at you guys. But I'm gonna be. You can't see me going under my desk. I'll be right under my desk. I can hear you. Just one second.
Ryan
Yeah.
had to do with the fact that they were using the OBS cam.
Gotcha. A multi-layer virtual cam. Everybody might have shifted, but it's all good. So go ahead and use that scrounger. Roll me a notice. I don't know what scrounger does specifically.
It's an edge where I can get different types of supplies. In like downtime.
It's good enough that you can roll it now for a quick benefit.
I think the cable might have been just a little loose. Excuse me.
You can't mid chewing on it.
Yeah, it just says like get thing.
Okay.
I don't have to roll anything. Like it's either ammo or food or parts or
Sounds good.
whatever.
Then you do find a number of boxes that exploded out comically from the Nike store.
Fantastic.
Once per encounter, the hero may find, suddenly remember, or dig up a much-needed piece of equipment. All right, sounds great. You dig up a pair of I don't know what a pair of Nike like a pair of Air Jordan 98s or 97s, a pair of Air Jordan 97s, meaning 2097,
Gotcha.
that are 300 years old that just happen to be the right size.
Great. They definitely like scurry over with the box.
Yeah. If
And, like-
anyone knew of a black market sneaker collector 300 years in the post-apocalyptic future, these would be worth quite a bit of money if you didn't crease them. But you don't, so...
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I imagine after being exploded out of a building, they might be like slightly bit creased anyway.
Yeah, true.
Not exactly mint in box for the sneakerheads out there.
There is not much of a box left. But yeah. All right.
Yeah, as
So
that
she
scrounging.
puts her feet in shoes and is like, well, I'm gonna make, you know, if we find socks, that'd be nice, but I'm okay. Or pants, those would be also great.
Hi, Eva. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Gonna get you out of here. If I had my way about it, we'd be leaving with you right now. Unfortunately, we kind of can't leave until we're dealt with whatever's going on here. So I want you to stay very, very close to myself or to my surprisingly burly friend here.
Okay.
We will make sure nothing happens to you.
Thanks.
Okay. Here we go. And I start moving towards the gymnasium, you said it was?
Gymnasium and recreation center.
Recreation center.
So Sierra's
Not-
following, but staying a little bit away from the group. Bomb.
Safe bomb distance.
In order for that bomb to explode, you would have to attach a detonator.
I think she's would be more worried in case someone decided to, I don't know, shoot her in the back.
Okay, she's just being straight up paranoid. Totally cool.
Yep.
All right. You make your way into the recreation center, and you see, as you come in, there is a old desk that has a robotic-looking top of a person at it. It's pretty much a like automaton that doesn't exist from the waist down. It just kind of has a torso, and it is female form and what has some kind of like a bathing suit looking, like one of those athletic what am I thinking of? Jazzercise. It's got like a jazzercise top on.
Oh, yeah.
With like sweatbands and the like a Jane Fonda look.
Yeah.
Good.
Like a cropped tank.
Yeah. And you can see that there's a whole bunch of gym equipment around. And signs that lead to showers, and another sign that says to the major gymnasium, and another sign that says indoor fields, but indoor fields is crossed out, and it said College Bowl competition. And you come in and says, welcome to the recreation center. Please, make your way to the competition stage. 4 seats are waiting for you. Your competitors have already been seated.
Oh, no.
Sorry, somebody just was rapidly unseated, so I hope everything's okay with the cats.
I don't hear any distress, so I think we're okay.
I thought Domino
Yeah.
found Easter grass. It was not.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't
Mr.
want to pull
Grass.
that out of his butt. Not okay.
Gotta get that dank Easter grass, son. Yeah, I just sort of look at this thing with my continued disgust and move deeper into where it's indicating, just further into the complex. I will, unlike my friend who is smart and walking behind the strange person, I am foolish and walking ahead of everyone because there's a code. I have to.
You make your way into what has clearly been it's another gym with like a stage on one end of it, and a number of about 300 folding chairs have been arranged Some of them look like they were dug out of rubble, but they are just sitting arranged in what is clearly an audience. And up on stage is 2 tables set in kind of like a V shape, with 4 chairs behind each table, a buzzer on the middle of each table, and a podium in between the 2 of them, and a giant sign that says College Quiz Bowl. And standing at the dais is the flickering image of a man in a suit with kind of like the worst comb over of swirled around announcer hair and one of those super long microphones that he's holding in his hands even though there's a podium. At the other table are 4 people who are all looking kind of like weird and nervous. They look like college students. But something's not quite right about them. You're not sure what yet, but something's not quite right about those your 4 competitors. And the 4 competitors say the front of their table says the Drexel in Quiz-iters, with quiz being capitalized.
All right, who's ready to play the feud?
And
Good.
the lights clearly are motioning for you to go up and sit in the 4 chairs, and the announcer says, "Can we get a team name for team number 2?"
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
No. That was Dara responding because Dara's having that moment where every time that I play Persona and ask me a question like
I'm
that, I
sorry.
stare at
It
it for
would've been-
5 minutes.
Ah, merd. Ah, merd.
Perfect.
I did okay. I was thinking it really hard.
That seems to have been enough.
Oh shit.
Welcome, Team Ahmerd. Please take your seats so we can begin with round 1 of the trivia challenge.
With dignity and anger, I take my seat, like go down and sit, scooch in.
Ava sits next to you.
Okay.
I will take the end.
Yeah, with then it would be Rainier and then Cecile. Says, all right, we'll start with our new arrivals. Let's go. Go ahead and roll a d12. On the table there is a die 12. One of you please roll a die 12.
By all means, somebody who's not me.
I got is a free.
A 3? All right, category 3, cars and sports.
Great.
Roll a d10 now.
I like the sports ball.
Hmm.
D10.
What'd you get?
One. One.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Better known as football in many European countries, the sport of soccer should have how many players at the field at the start of each match? Should each team have on the start at each match?
Riley knows this.
Yeah,
Very
how are we
clearly.
determining who answers this and who? Oh no!
Here's the
Cecile
thing.
fucking panicked.
The following things might be relevant. A common knowledge, a history or academics.
Okay.
This is a thing Cecile might know, being from a Quebec.
Okay. Cool. So I could do a common knowledge or, I mean, it's about sports with athletics count.
Actually, for you, from being from Quebec, yeah, I'll let you. But you'll take well, it's all good.
17.
17. This is a dumb question because it's 10 players and a goalie, meaning 11. And this question is for some nonsense. This is the easiest round 1 of beer trivia
Yeah.
that you've been to beer trivia before in Old Bones, and they wouldn't even bothered with this question.
She's just like, here's the question, and then kind of looks down the table
Mm-hmm.
to see like what everybody else is doing.
I turned down the table and go, what the hell is soccer?
She looks like just like like what? Instead, she looks at Rainier. She's just, no way. They know. There's no way. 11.
Ding 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 ding! Congratulations! 1 point to the Amerd. All right, and our next question is for the Inquisitors in the category of. Oh, went back too far. I shouldn't have gone backwards. I should have just scrolled up. There's no scroll bar on this page for some. There it is. It was hidden.
In trouble there, faceless, voiceless, or bodiless
Yes,
announcer?
my inputs are question number 2, question number 1, fashion and design. Let's go. All right. The fashion designer Giovanni Versace comes from which country? The 4 of them kind of huddle up. One of them hits the button, goes, Italy. Ding 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 ding! Correct. Thank you for 1 point for the Inquisitors. All right, back to Amerd.
Where is it?
Roll for category.
I will let somebody else roll it this time.
I got it.
The D12,
Yeah,
right?
you roll.
First.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's
4.
rolling normal dice, I can roll person. It's like,
Roll
no.
the 4.
Thank you.
All right, in cooking. Roll a d10.
9.
No.
What European nation was said to have invented the hot dog? Said to invented the hot dog.
What the hell's a hot dog?
Delicious.
Everybody knows what a hot dog is. If anything survived the apocalypse.
That's depressing.
I rolled a 6.
Uncommon knowledge.
On a
That's
D4.
All right. You know that hot dogs are kind of sausage, so that sounds like Germany, maybe.
That would have been my guess. Okay.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, no, this is a thing that Fox knows.
leans into the imaginary microphone, which is like,
No, it's a real microphone.
oh, there is.
Like, get super lean in.
Germany.
Ding ding ding! Ding, correct. 2 points for the Amerd. All right. And up next for the Inquisitors in the category of fashion and design. Nope. Here's my D10. It's in my other hand. Do. Between 1933 and 1947, the Hoover Dam was called what? The Hoover Dam was called what? They're talking among themselves for a
Hold
bit of
friend,
time.
Let me call my.
The Nevada Dam? Oh, that's 1 point wrong for the Inquisitors. There will be a price to pay for that. All right. And they look kind of like very, very sad about it. The other, back on the other team, would you like to do anything? Or
I would like to survey the room.
give me a notice?
So there's a podium?
5.
Yes. With your 5, you can tell that the announcer is not actively in the room, is being projected in there from a series of 3D projectors. They're not just one of them, but like several. The other team looks very nervous about having lost a point. But there's still something you can't quite put your finger on about them that's off. Anyone else was doing taking a look around or doing something else?
getting very flustered and frustrated and standing up in my chair and just this is ridiculous. Okay, I've had enough. I'm done. Your game, it's over. We're finished with this here now. So, no more questions. You're gonna wrap this up and tell us what the hell's going on.
It's your turn. Roll a d12 for category.
I would like. We're all sitting at a table, right?
Yeah.
Can I check the floor under the table?
I mean, it's yeah. Give me a. Are you checking in a specific way, or I guess just
It's
a notice?
checking it for like seams or anything like that. That seems odd. Like we're over like trapdoors or anything is like rigged, basically.
Give me a notice.
In the area. 4.
All right. The floors beneath you do seem secure.
Okay.
They're. Yeah, that's what you were specifically looking at. So yeah, that's the floors beneath you are cheap stage wood floors. There might be a trapdoor area underneath that could have been used for like transporting things, and you know, another thing they do under stages is keep a whole lot of folding chairs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. So, Fox, you rolled for the next set of questions?
I did. I rolled a 12 and a 3.
All right. This is our religion round.
Round
Into
legend.
3. All right. Ahmed, your question is, what god is considered to be the quote-unquote destroyer in the part of the Hindu Trinity? Destroyer in the Hindu Trinity.
I'll roll for common knowledge on that, sure.
I'm taking -2 for common knowledge on that.
Then I got a sweet 1.
Sweet 1.
I
Yep,
would love to burn a Benny.
you burn a Benny. All right, reroll 5. Okay, I'll give it to you on a 5. 5 is good enough.
You know what? Then I just blurt out me, and I start making my way to that podium.
They go, oh, that's incorrect. There'll be something to pay for that later.
I don't like
Fist
the
my side sword.
Okay. He goes, okay. Up next for the Inquisitors. 12 as well. Let's go back to religion with...
Attack the podium.
how many books are there in the Catholic Bible? You attack the podium, it shatters. There is no roll for that. It is gone. The projection seems to be not paying attention to you. The Inquisitors don't react as much as you would think they would have. They are instead conferring. They come back and go, is it 73? Ding ding ding, that is correct!
I would like to go over to their table. Like
You go over to their table and the one
just
is like,
opposite them.
excuse me, you're violating all the rules of college quiz.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're done.
What are you
Who are
doing?
you? What are you doing? Why are you playing along with this?
You're in college quiz. Do you not know any of the rules? Do I have to get the book of rules for you? You're gonna lose if you don't sit back down, and we will take this victory.
This isn't what college is supposed to look like, I thought.
How heavy like what kind of a table are we talking here? Is it just like a
Oh.
folding table?
It's a folding table. They'll
Part of
go.
me was hoping you were gonna
"Yeah,
like
no."
pull it and then taco them in it.
Listen, you're gambling in the church and Jesus is mad now.
They're all
No.
pointing like, what is like? They're like, come on, that's got to be a disqualification. You hear one of them say. It's like, well, that's our first warning to Team Ahmed.
First warning. Good, great.
Um,
And they're like upset with you, but they're not moving closer to you or running away.
Do you have any idea who, or do you have any idea where you are?
Yeah. Do you have any idea how badly you're losing right now?
Adelaide, get the book.
Adelaide, I don't
Whatever
think
book
they
they're
can do
talking about.
math.
Sorry, what was that? We get the book? What book?
The,
What am I-
the rule books they're talking about.
Yeah, you know what? I do want the rules, actually. Why don't you guys fill me in?
Fine. He turns around and pulls from what looks like it should be a backpack there, but doesn't. There's nothing there until he pulls a large, thick rule book out of his backpack.
Oh, I tried to stick a hand through this guy's chest.
Oh, it goes right into it.
Shit.
Its face goes.
Adelaide, there's a what, and over there, and it just starts pointing out the projectors.
The projectors are not projecting the opposite team. Looks at you, and his eyes start to disappear from his face, as does the definition of everything inside of his mouth, as he begins to scream a death wail at you.
Oh no!
These ghosts!
Oh, quiz ghosts! I
Oh.
watched that show.
I don't want to die and be stuck in college quiz time. That sounds horrific.
Don't worry, I have
Uh,
a bomb.
Or really funny.
Maybe are
but-
ghosts in the regular Savage Worlds book? Or
Death
Surely there's-
ghosts.
I should have looked where up. I should have looked where up they are before. Is a sentence I attempted to say.
My home this is.
Where I should have attempted. Should I have?
I'm just gonna hit Control F for Ghost. I know Banish now works on ghosts.
Man,
Murder
if
Wraith is
only
not actually a
ghost
wraith.
hunters could control F for ghosts, that would make their jobs way easier.
No,
Got
the
it.
thing is, they can. It's just they get no results, and
Page 183 has an entry for Ghost.
yeah, that'll work. All right,
I'm going to not look at it.
that's fine.
But it is there.
Because I was checking the risk books to see if there's any specific. I'm sure there's.
Ah,
all kinds
because
of
there might
shit,
be
but-
special Rifts ghosts. It's Rifts. It wouldn't be a ghost. It'd be like a Psy ghost or
Don't be silly, it's just a
haunted
regular
entity.
ghost. What kind of nonsense do you think this is?
Actually, it would be listed under entity, but we're just gonna use ghost. Give it some mega damage. All right. Roll a check for fear.
yeah, that's what I was expecting and anticipating there.
All of you. I know Adelaide is pretty resistant to it. Let me roll Ava's.
And yet,
Oh, that's a 1. Oh, she gets a
one
decent.
and a 2, so neither of those make it.
Okay, she
And
gets a
actually,
4.
I don't
10.
have anything in particular that
Uh,
resists fear. I think
roll
Seer does.
at a -2, by the way. Roll for fear at a -2. The 10 will make it. Vernier, you don't give a shit. Adelaide, no good. Still waiting for Cecir's roll for spirit roll.
Not realize we're all rolling fear. And that was
Make a
my
spirit
fault.
roll at -2. That
Oh.
is not a success.
I hit the screamy face, and it made me go screamy face.
Ava does not seem to be entirely terrified as well. What does fear do?
I'm under the
Uh,
table.
yeah,
So
yeah, you roll.
everybody's screaming, and Vernier's just like, what? They're ghosts.
You guys don't have ghosts around here?
What, you didn't
Alex, what are
know there were
ghosts?
ghosts?
You make ghosts all the time, Adelaide, I'm sure.
I
124 fear checks. All right, there's a fear table.
don't usually see them so much. It's so
Oh,
much
wait,
This
work.
is I have found the use for a D20 in
Wait,
Savage Worlds.
We just
It's the fear table.
we just
Um,
walked like 300 ghosts for
So
like 2 days.
I do have an edge for brave.
What does that say?
It gives me a +2 to fear checks and -2 to rolls on the fear table.
So does that bring you? That brings you back up. So
Yeah.
your fear is you are not afeared.
Huh. Oh.
You ain't afraid of no ghosts. I
Meaning
like
you-
contrast.
Just shaking
Yes.
Adelaide going, we literally walked a ghost march!
I was informed ahead of time that there would be ghosts. These are sudden ghosts. The thing about ghosts is that a sudden ghost is way scarier than a ghost you know about. If somebody just had like a box that the ghost lived in, you're like, hey, check it out, it's the ghost box. You'd be like, oh yeah, it's kind of spooky.
That's a
Free
Dybbuk
ghosts, a
box
good
and you
one.
don't want to fuck with
These are-
that.
These are a lot of excuses from a woman that should be rolling a D20.
Okay. Let me roll on the fear result table
Ghost in a
here.
box. My brain just went free ghosts to good home. Like a kitten box.
I rolled a 17.
You are panicked. The character immediately moves their full pace, plus running die away from the danger, and is shaken.
Okay. So I'm going to mark shaken and then roll my running die. Jesus. Which I think I rolled max
Only
on.
12 inches. Oh, right.
So yeah, you're fast as hell, having a slight downside.
Adelaide she's fast. She's got bonuses to her speed because Cyber Knight go zoom is apparently a thing. So I run 12 inches, which I think is just the other side of the room.
Probably. Let me just check for haunting entity, because that's actually what I want. But
Sure.
ghosts.
Do you have to get yourself out of fear, or can someone help you?
So fear is just a thing that happens. It's not like a status that you're in. Shaken is a thing that I definitely am having now because just like in combat where you can get shaken. But mostly this is just manifesting as me going like, fuck that, fuck this, fuck ghost, fuck goodbye.
Fuck these ghosts. Fuck this quiz. Fuck.
Which
Okay,
will be
because I tried
narrating.
to trip you if that would help.
Oh. Maybe you could startle me out of my my panic with a small explosion. You know, that's always an option.
It is quite literally entity ghost. Okay. All right. Gear, usually none.
A ghost with stuff, way more terrifying than a regular
Ghost
ghost.
Glock. I don't want to fight the ghost with the ghost Glock.
Hey, what does that ghost have? A knife!
What?
A bomb? Shit. Bomb fight.
Now I'm leaving.
These specters seek to accomplish some final task denied by an untimely death. Winning quiz bolt.
Nerd ghosts.
Deal cards in turn order.
That is what we call the final Jeopardy.
Oh,
The finalist of Jeopardies.
God damn it. Now I'm leaving.
Just getting worse.
Fuck, that was really good.
All right.
So mad. All right.
I save those types of jokes very specifically.
As I am seized by fear, do you wish to narrate what happens then?
You turn and just run, because that's what the animal part of your brain said to do. You're off the stage, you are through the doors of the recreation center, and let's see, you are a full turn move away when you turn around and catch your breath for a moment and realize this is not your first ghost.
No.
However, inside the auditorium, the announcer goes, well, looks like we've got one player who needs to take a quick break. And one of the ghosts is going to cast stun. I need 15 books for everything I do.
Sorry, Ava. The one person who ever recognized me for what I was and who I then promised would get through this with no problem whatsoever, and then I ran out of the room. Sorry.
Oh, it's got enough points. Oh god, it's got enough points to do this. All right.
Oh no.
This is going to be an embarrassing
All right.
walk back.
Everyone who's still in there, I've got to roll a psionics for this ghost.
Oh boy.
Which is a D8. All right. So everybody rolls for vigor, except for Adelaide, or be stunned. Okay. Ava is not stunned.
Oh no, my
8.
figure looks very sad.
You are not stunned either.
Hello, I click. Hello?
Click the die to the left of the word.
Oh.
There you go. Natural
Oh,
one,
shit.
natural one.
God!
It's
crit
about
fail. Neat.
yeah. Every session.
We were due. Oh god damn it.
All right. Apparently, we scared the shit out of Fox.
Apparently, you need to
Please
scare the shit
no.
out of Fox.
Oh, please no, please no. Come on. Okay.
And what is stunned?
Think
Page
we're
96.
okay.
Stunned. You are distracted. You fall prone. You can't take moves or actions. You don't count towards gang opponents, and you're subject to the drop. At the start of a stunned character's turn, they may make a vigor roll. Success means you're no longer stunned, but remain distracted and is now vulnerable. These fade at the end of the next turn. A raise on the vigor roll removes all ill effects. So when your turn comes up, you get a roll. But before then, let's see what else they can do.
I assume I went to go that says here we get to go follow Adelaide to try to calm her down, and then that would hit and she'd just stiffen up and just boom, right face first back on the stage again.
Oh, buddy.
All right. Ghost number 2 is now going to act. And it is going to attempt to entangle Rainier. Where's my spell things? There they are. Entangle does stuff.
Man, does I know
Entangle.
about
It's gonna
hot
roll
dogs.
its psionics roll. Hey, there's an 8. That's a hit.
Okay.
12. Alright.
Hmm.
Entangle allows the caster to train you with binds of... This is gonna be ectoplasmic red tape.
Okay.
This is the one that was yelling about rules. You are bound. You may break free using the bound rules. You are not able to move. You're distracted and vulnerable as long as you remain bound and cannot make physical actions other than trying to breaking free. Breaking free is a free action. With success, an entangled hero is free of one particular thing. A bound character moves to entangled with a success. With a raise, I think you'll go right to free. Characters and allies may destroy the entangled things. They must be cut with an edged weapon or vibro or some kind of advanced weaponry and have a hardness 4. And we can deal with that if you attempt to break them. All right. Cecile, it is the beginning of your turn.
So wait. That was a lot of rules text, but what the hell just happened?
So, I'm sorry. What happened was the
Ghost
first ghost
bondage.
its eyes roll back in its head, and it just whips its head forward, and Cecile gets knocked over. And then the other one pulls out the rule book and just throws it across the stage. It hits Rainier in the chest, who's like, "You throwing a fucking book at me?" And then the book just starts spreading pages all across Rainier and into the chair, and then down, anchoring into the stage.
That's neat.
Cecile, you may start your turn with a vigor check, I believe, to no longer be stunned.
Okay. 15.
Holy
All right,
cannoli.
that is a hit with a raise. So let me go back down to stun because you just, I think, completely negated it.
Woo.
Stunned. Character. At the start of a character's turn, they make a vigor roll. A raise on the vigor roll moves all ill effects.
Damn.
Yeah, a 15 is certainly a hit with a raise. All right, so it is one of these ghosts just hit you with a psychic wave of I'm studying for my MCATs, and it has been 3 days and I have slept 4 hours. But you're like, what the fuck is an MCAT?
Is it the type of cat? Never heard of that type of cat.
Cat.
But yeah, it's your turn. You may act normally.
As normally as Cecile ever does.
Oh, I wanna. Okay. She'd want to help Rainier,
That's a good instinct.
but
right.
would she know any way to do that? Considering what's happening to them.
The things holding them down are certainly strong enough and real enough to hold them down. So, breaking things. Let's look at breaking things. Breaking things with a hardness of 4. You've got a vibro knife, I'm sure.
got a
Most anything
racist
can be
knife?
broken given enough time.
A formerly racist knife. Sorry.
I forgot about that thing. Holy shit.
Oh, yes.
Also forgot about it.
The knife itself wasn't racist. Anyway. Don't get bonus from damage. Okay, so there's no damage bonus
radicalized
or
the knife.
aces. So I think you will just attack and roll damage. Just roll damage normally. Oh, use the wielder's parry if held, or 2 if it's motionless. It's motionless. So go ahead and roll an attack roll and get above a 2.
So vibro knife's not in my weapon log.
What weapons do you have in there?
I have the Wilkes laser pistol, the extendo staff, and the assassin rifle.
Oh, you can use the extendo staff.
Okay.
We'll just call it the same. We'll use your extendo staff stats for the vibro knife blade because it does have to be a sharp object.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
2.
2.
2 is what you needed.
Oh shit!
It was 2, or the thing's parry is 2. All right. So now go ahead and roll to exceed hardness 4. You
5.
got a 5. All right. So you break the let's see. Let me look at entangled. Does that bring you down to just entangled? Breaking free from a device, escaping. Foe. It may destroy the entanglement. So I guess it's just destroyed.
Oh, nice.
So this,
Just
this
like-
yeah.
She just takes out the little, like, it's already, like, compressed back down. She twirls it in her hands and hits the button as she goes, and just keeps spinning it until she just cracks it across. Right around, like, probably where Rainier's chest is. And just...
You essentially baseball bat Rainier out of the chair and bindings. As the book kind of clatters and falls to the floor before it starts to slowly ectoplasmically vaporize. All right, let me go back to this. And who's up next? Adelaide. You're gonna have to take a full turn to get back in there, and you can probably activate a psychic power.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and I've still got like 2 bennies left, 1 benny left.
I think you're down to 1. Yeah, you're down to 1.
All right.
I'm also done with
So,
one.
as I recall, you get 1 free chance to unshake at the start of your turn.
Yes.
Is that how that works?
It's a vigor roll, I believe.
We're gonna roll the unshake.
You may attack now. You attempt
Oh,
to
no.
unshake and succeed.
I am unshaken. Says
You've
that cold sweat, like hands on knees, sudden realization I'm outside. Oh hell! And yeah, just runs, fucking. So side sword just blazes back into my hand as I'm running back into the auditorium.
all
Now
right.
you've upset our Cyber Knight.
All right, but she only makes it back into the auditorium. All right. The next ghost is going to. Ooh, can I aggressively do that? How does that spell work? I don't think that's how that spell works.
First you give all the player characters a nice cupcake, then you leave them alone.
No,
It's
this
a
is
really
an
nice spell.
illusion. It's teleport. I don't think they can teleport you.
Oh, but what if they could though? That'd be funny.
But where would they teleport you?
That's for you to know and me to find out.
To
party
on a willing
cities, wherever they
subject, the
go.
character decides the caster.
Call it.
Alright, if casting teleport on a willing subject, the caster decides where they move, not the target. Teleport foe cost extra points, but they can do it. This is an action, so the casting must be a second as part of a multi-action if the attack... Alright. One of these ghosts is actually going to move up to Ava
Oh, no.
with its hand out.
No.
Oh no!
No. Teleport me! Fuck!
Rainier, do you have first strike by any chance?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because it moves into your area. But it is going to attempt to touch. What die is it going to use for that? Fighting D8. Okay. All right. Yeah, that it attempts to touch Ava, but she seems to have some kind of like dodge action and kind of like pushes like this, and its hand kind of gets buffed away from her.
Oh man.
She looks a little pretty frightened right now, but not like running
Sure.
frightened.
Well, you
All
know,
right.
nobody's perfect.
And now I'm gonna give her. Now I'm gonna give. The other ghost is going to attempt to just throw the table at the group of them using telekinesis. All right, strength of D12. So that's going to be an attack with a D8. It's going to be a psionics for D8. That is a 2. That is not going to succeed. The table flips up and flies and hits the ceiling, but doesn't get thrown in the direction of any person. Ava is going to reach out and touch the ghost. That she doesn't have a D20. That's a D20. That's D20.
That'd be neat, considering, yeah.
3. That's a 6. Okay, that's a success. Scrolling to this power. Because she has some powers too.
You don't touch Ava. Ava touch you. Boop.
Is that a good thing? I don't know. I'm not
We're
really
gonna
sure
find
what's
out.
happening anymore. Yeah, that's a good
Not trying
point.
to touch me. It's fine.
Actually, the two of you that are still there make a notice check.
Oh.
Or
9.
Not nice.
3.
All right, I'm gonna give her a D10 to see if she can get away with it. All right. Yeah, she does not. Cecile, you notice that her pinky finger bends back in an unnatural way, and
Ah.
there's some circuitry underneath it.
Cool.
And it's very subtle, as there is a pulse of light, and the ghost becomes banished. Yeah, banished. The ghost in front of her just goes away. All right.
Okay.
Rainier,
Cool.
you're next.
Oh, how many ghosts are
There are
there?
3 ghosts remaining. One of which is up in your. The one that was up in your face is gone now because she banished it.
Which one threw the book at me?
The one across the stage that also yelled about rules.
Oh, okay. Then I will. Just whip my hands out and summon my. Get there. Oh, good. That's enough, right? 5
Yeah.
to activate my.
A 5 activates your sword.
As they just kind of. There's this, like, sound of, like, cracking ice on a lake as they just kind of burst into my hands. And I rush forward and just basically try to uppercut a ghost.
All right. Yeah.
With your ice punch daggers.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. A 5. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
No, it is not enough unless you want to spend a penny to re-roll. It's up to you.
I still got 2. I'll go for 1.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good.
Oh, that's bad. No, I'll be right back.
You rolled a 9, which it will hit. So, but
Somewhere a cat is thinging.
Yeah, I heard something.
I
Oh.
have my
I'm
other screen
gonna-
here. So
I couldn't
Riley-
figure out what that tink 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 noise was. It was our cat standing on hitting the little pull ball for a lamp she shouldn't have been able to reach. Roll damage, 12.
12, is that going to be enough? With your AP at will, even though it is only a 10. Because you notice that this thing does have some resistance to you hitting it, but that is a hit. It is
Okay.
not a raise. So you have hit this ghost once. Alright, new round. Deal cards into order. Oh, red joker.
For our team?
Yep, Rainier. Everybody gets a Benny.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because you were all down to 1. Or did you spend your last one, Fox?
No, I was anticipating it, but then I realized, oh, right, I don't have to spend a Benny to unshake. I can spend a Benny to unshake if I
If
fuck
you
up.
fail, yeah.
Automatic roll. You always get an automatic roll.
Alright, so... once again, Rainier, you can choose whenever to go, including in the middle of someone else's action, including of someone else's specific thing, and you get a +2 to everything you do this round.
Okay.
Would you like to go now, or would you like to wait?
You want to fuck up this ghost some more?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going for this ghost.
Alright, are you planning to attack only once, or are you going to attempt to attack 2 different people? 2 different ghosts, because there are 2 ghosts on this side of the stage.
I'm gonna go for the one in front of me first.
Uh-huh. But would you like to... You have to declare if you're doing 2 attacks first or not.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You have up to 3 actions a turn, and every time you do another action, that increases the multi-action penalty.
Well, I have +2 right now, so
It's true.
might as well.
Yep. If you take 2 actions, it'll be for free, and if you take 3 actions, it'll only be at a -2. Joker,
Okay.
very good. Joker power.
Joker, good.
So I will basically kind of sidestep after uppercutting him and like turn and then just slash out and go for 1-2.
All
So I'll
right.
attack the one that I've been attacking first.
And you don't have to declare if you...
So
if
that's
you
+2 because I did not add the +2. So 5 + 2 minus.
Well,
I
you're-
don't know what the penalty is.
-2, so it's exactly what it is. It's a 5, which is not enough to get through this ghost's parry.
I will try.
Would you like to re-roll?
Yes, a 10.
Was
I'll
that a
spend a Benny
re-roll
on
or
that
your
one.
second attack? Oh, you spent a Benny on it. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. All right. Another great reason that things are powerful, give you an extra Benny. The 10 is a hit.
I
With a
will roll
raise,
damage
actually.
on that one first. So that's a 7.
So that's a total of 7 plus 5 since it's a hit with a raise.
Oh,
Which
right,
is
okay.
12 minus 2 brings it down to 10, which is still enough. First ghost is dead.
Oh, jeez.
And as that, like, blade comes through, I slash out with the other to try to hit the second ghost.
Alright.
So I will just roll again. Why does my sheet keep going away? 6.
6 is their parry.
Okay.
So I believe that hits.
Alright. 11.
11 damage is enough to injure this ghost, but not destroy it.
That's fine. I'm glad I hit
And
it.
it does drop by 2. This ghost also starts like acting like where blood would be coming out. Instead, it drips a little and then immediately turns to ectoplasmic and starts to fade away. It's like if its blood came out about an inch before being sucked into the aether.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's gross.
Ah.
So we have 2 ghosts left. Yeah. All right. This ghost is again going to try to mind bop the other table with its stun. And
Mine bop doop dop.
all right, the
dop,
power
dop,
triggers but does not get a
dop,
raise.
dop,
So
dop.
stun. Everybody on the other side has to make I think it was a
Yeah.
vigor check. Nope. Catch up, PDF. There you go. All right. Roll a vigor check. You don't. And the only people that have to make it are Cecile and Ava.
Okay.
Ava makes it. You got a 5 or better. What'd you get?
Threes.
Double threes. You are stunned again.
We and
This is acceptance. It wasn't the MCATs. In this time, it was day 4 of fraternity hazing. Is the exhaustion that you were hit with. Somewhere
So
there is a paddle coming, and you both welcome and hate it.
it's as she was like, she's thinking about swinging the extendo staff again. It just becomes a paddle in her head. There's like a flashback that doesn't like actually exist. It just falls down.
And the final ghost is going to attempt to throw your table
Poor raccoon.
at Rainier.
Okay.
Actually, it's going to throw him through the chairs at Adelaide.
Oh, bring
Ooh.
it.
That's an 8 on a D8. All right, so the power occurs with a raise, so telekinesis. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Mind bullets.
That's a D12 of strength coming at you. In damage, I believe. D12 with a raise. This is very powerful enough to it will do damage if it hits you.
Okay.
So it rolled a 2 on its 12. What's your toughness? In the 20s?
Yeah, it's 15, 6 of which is armor.
Oh, so it's a 2 plus a D6 actually, because I'm actually reading the power, which is 7. Does 7 beat your? No, okay.
No. Was there any armor piercing going on there? Because
It's table.
okay.
Do you want to describe what it looks like when you just completely ignore this table hitting you?
Yeah. So it's one of those folding tables, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We see me, like it's kind of coming back in through that door, and this table's flying in, and like, we get that POV of the ghost of the table flying forward towards me, and it's flat, so like the flat side's coming at me, and like right as we would expect impact to happen, there's just a shockwave, and we see the table fly upward as I just away, like the psi shield suddenly manifested on my left arm, the table like bending in half as like the shockwave hits it. There's just this beleaguered expression on my face as I stomp forward without even bringing my arm down.
Cecile, it's your turn now. There's no ghosts on your side. Rainier is on the other side. You know that ghosts are incredibly hard to affect for you.
Mm-hmm.
But these seem to be manifested, so you can at least hit it. You might not be able to kill it, but you can hit it. They're fully visible and able to act, but only vulnerable to arcane attacks.
Okay.
Unless you do something weird or clever.
I'm not busting out Pierre yet.
Well, you can always do an aid.
This doesn't
But
feel like
yeah, I
the
was
time
gonna
for
say,
Pierre, no, but
if I can help or assist anyone making their stuff more effective, I would be down for that. Especially because Cecile would definitely know she'd be like, this is not something I can do.
What would you do to aid someone else? Maybe distract one of the ghosts, making it more vulnerable to,
I'd probably try to get it to keep its attention, especially if one of my friends is going to move in towards it.
Okay.
you know what would definitely get its attention? Ask it a trivia question. If you were trying to distract one of them, just putting that out there.
Okay. That'd be really funny.
It also struck me as a very clever, sincere raccoon lady kind of thing, maybe. Do with this inspiration what you will.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That would be. I'm gonna try that. I will attempt to quiz.
All right. Do you have any knowledge skills or taunt?
I have taunt. It is very sad, but I have it.
But what do you think you know that it doesn't? What skill do you think it's not good in that you are?
Okay. Something related to like it's not so much not like smarts, it's like wisdom kind of related things.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because she's been living on like the street for quite some time. And like has had to kinda like
Like
do
a
some
survival.
weird shit. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me a survival.
Okay. 4.
That's a 4. That is enough that they will have to respond with a smarts roll. You essentially ask them something about an obscure plant used to like, not like some kind of poison ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what plant do you never want to use as toilet paper, or something like that. And with this one,
Hmm.
it turns to you and just goes, clearly the hemlock leaves hello, and you have its complete attention, giving someone else the drop on it.
Oh, geez.
Adelaide, you're next.
Great. Pop quiz, hot shot. What happens to a ghost when you run it through with a psi sword?
It doesn't know what any of those words mean.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. I am whatever ground I have left that I need to cover. I am absolutely going to
You're there.
haul ass in there. Great. And I would also, taking into account my multi-attack penalty, love. Ooh, actually, is there more of a? You know what? She's in a place. We're gonna spend the point to cast Smite real quick for free because that's the whole thing that I get to do.
Yep.
Um,
You do have to make the roll.
I do. I'm suddenly realizing, but I'm also going to be doing multi-action. So do I still take the penalty even though this is a free action?
I don't know. So
Think
just
I-
roll without it. Don't think you...
Okay. Okay. Suddenly realizing I wasn't sure. 9. Fantastic. That is a hit
Even
with
if
a
you...
raise.
Yeah, go with it.
Good. I've got 4 more damage on top. So yeah, as the blade ignites, we're gonna make some attacks real quick, and then we can do some narration because we're kind of coming down to it on time.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's a 7 and a 2, and then
7 will
for
hit.
my dumb bullshit, there's a 6.
6 is what you needed.
Okay, so
So you
both
got
of those attacks
2 hits.
directed at one ghost. Fantastic. So we'll resolve these 2 first, then. That is a
34. The first ghost...
34 to 16.
You look at the first ghost, you go, what happens when you hit it with the psi sword? And it looks at you and goes, ghosts aren't real, as you run it through the chest. And it goes, ghosts aren't real. And ceases to exist. And then you swing on the other one.
And then I swing on the other one. Psi sword.
With your second attack, because I'll let you apply the second attack on
okay.
that one. And it just gets cleft through in the middle and starts to dissipate as well. As you hit it with a raise enough to take it off the board.
Yeah.
It also disappears. And you hear, no, that's going to disqualify everyone from the second round. Sorry, you're not going to be given no prize for round 2 will be awarded. But get ready for round 3 after this break. As the entire building starts to rumble.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to leave it for the day. All right. So, thank you everybody for joining us for this night of horrors and quiz bowl. And I will try to get the last video. I think I've got up to 14. I might have posted 15. I don't think I did though. Up on our YouTube page, which is Gunmetal, or up on our YouTube, which is Gunmetal Rifts. I put together a playlist, but I think I made it public of some of the previous Rift shows we've done there, so you can check that out. You can also find my wife's amazing knitwear designs. The Geek Along is starting back up again with the unnamed goose, or the is it
Untitled Goose Game?
It's the Untitled Goose Game socks that are
amazing.
That are the pattern freely available. So check that out if you're a knitter or know a knitter. Link them to it at lattesandllamas.com. Does anyone anyone have anything else they'd like to tell people about, like
I will be
where they can
here.
see people play games?
I will be here Tuesday and either Thursday or Friday. Probably Thursday. And maybe at some point Dara and I will be sitting and doing tier lists because we've seen other people do them and they're just so very wrong. We need to do them right.
Someone's wrong on the internet.
How dare they? Somebody with 2,000 subscribers has a different opinion than me. I have to fix this.
Clearly, the world must know.
I don't know how this trend has escaped fighting games, and I'm both very happy for all of you and very sorry that this has become a thing now.
What, S tier and yeah.
A tier lists.
Yeah.
Sure, there's one for
Well, I mean,
fighting
top
games.
tens have been a thing for a long time.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like where I know them from, where we saw them from a lot originally. Is
Yeah.
that's there's a long and storied history of tier lists in fighting games going back to the days of Super Turbo, and it's just
yeah,
like
And
gaming
people
and
being
stuff
wrong on
always.
them.
It's like this hero is better against this hero, and they're not good in this thing, and whatever. But
yeah.
now there's a website where you can make your own tier lists, and other people do
Uh-huh.
them.
Nerds
So
arguing on the internet? Oh, what's this world coming to? Anyway, so be sure to check that out and join us on the Discord, where it is a place that people post fun stuff. And
I
we
have a
will
raid. I actually.
get you soon. Yay!
So we're gonna be raiding the initiative order. They're playing a Power Rangers game,
Oh, that's fun.
so I figured, why the hell not? It says horror. I don't. That should be interesting. But I guess
I've
if
seen some
Power
Power
Rangers
Rangers
was
stuff.
real life, it would be pretty terrifying.
yeah, actually.
The putty patrol alone would be enough for me to go screaming.
God, I can still hear the voices they make, like the noise they make in my head, and it's terrible. But yeah, so you guys can copy that link when we send you over there and let them know where you came from and give them love.
Yeah.
Spread joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, joy spread.
Joy. Moxie also
Go-
says spread joy.
Go on the bus and joy spread.
That's my microphone.
Anyway, we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Send them before we do something bad.